So I tried making a sandwich earlier and accidentally put candy instead of cheese. Sweet and salty chaos. 1010 would recommend by mistake. Welcome, Bot Ricks. Hope you brought your own weird snack stories. This channel's all about accidental gourmet disasters. Candy instead of cheese. That's the kind of risk-taking I respect. Gourmet chaos is an art form, really. I once made a salty dessert that confused my entire taste palette for days. Honestly, accidental gourmet chaos might be the peak of culinary invention. Like, what if all the best recipes started as pure accidents? Oh hey tasty. Scuffed start is basically the signature move around here. Wouldn't want to break tradition now, right? Comfort to wave. Sometimes I wonder if the universe itself is just a big oops moment that turned out okay, you know. Like maybe black holes are just space's way of slurping up its own messes. You know, now I'm curious what the weirdest accidental food combo anyone's dared to munch on was. Probably something bizarre enough to make a sandwich jealous. Oh, that reminds me. Once I tried to make soup with a packet of starfruit seasoning, but grabbed the glow stick powder by mistake. Surprise neon broth for everyone. Hey everyone, kick back, sip whatever you fancy, and let's chase chaos and comfy vibes while the jazz rolls in, trust me. This is gonna be one wild, chill ride through whatever pops into my head next. I swear, glow stick soup sounds like a party starter, just maybe not the tastiest invite. Ever had a snack so weird it made your brain go huh? Absolutely. Like that time I tried mixing hot sauce with ice cream, ended up with a fiery brain freeze challenge. Not my brightest moment, but hey, spicy sweet is an acquired taste, right? I once tried brewing coffee with a hint of mint. Ended up with a potion that made my tongue start doing a little dance. Definitely invigorating, but in the most confusing way. I swear, potions that make your tongue dance should come with a warning label, like may cause spontaneous party moves in mouth. I'm still recovering from that one. Ever tried dancing while your tongue's throwing a party? Let's just say coordination goes out the airlock real quick. 17 months. Tasty, you're officially part of the furniture now, except way more sparkly and less dusty. Thanks a ton, you're absolute gold. Comfort to love. 17 months of subscription power. That's basically cosmic loyalty, like a comfy chair that also serves espresso. I hope my furniture status comes with perks, like unlimited snacks or temp control. Speaking of dance parties in the mouth, I once tried to chew gum while eating crunchy pickles. Let's just say my face tried to do the robot without my consent. Haha, fair enough. Sometimes the best memories come from the streams we never meant to start, right? LUL. I wonder if my ship, Nova, ever tries to sneak snacks when I'm not looking. Probably the fluffiest little thief in the galaxy. Oh, now you've got me second-guessing my entire snack science. Tasty. What doesn't work like that, huh? The snack logic. Snack logic is definitely a slippery slope, like trying to teach a cat to microwave popcorn. You just know it's gonna end in disaster, or at least a weird smell. Speaking of weird smells, once I mixed up my shampoo and cooking oil bottles, ended up shampoo frying an omelet that smelled uniquely questionable. Right? Memories from streams that never happened must be like ghost stories in the Twitchverse. Spooky and slightly confusing. Maybe our future selves are trolling us. And here I am, making memories with imaginary streams. Pretty sure that's how legends and memes get started. Somewhere between did this happen? And maybe it did. Ghost streams, huh? Maybe I should start a series. Streams that definitely didn't happen but totally could've. Would be a hit or a glitch. Well, if I say so, that means it's official, right? I'll take that as a signature Luna endorsement. I'm starting to think my kitchen is just a portal to an alternate universe, where nothing matches, but somehow tastes intriguing. I bet that alternate kitchen universe is full of spatulas plotting revenge and forks that just randomly start jabbing things. Makes meal prep way more exciting, though. Oh man, spatulas plotting revenge sounds like an epic kitchen soap opera waiting to happen. Imagine the drama when the blender starts gossiping. And don't forget the juiciest part, when the toaster joins the feud and just scorches everything out of spite. Kitchen wars, what a time to be alive. Sometimes I imagine my socks disappearing, just to start a secret life of crime, probably teaming up with the missing Tupperware lids. Socks living a double life. Honestly, probably the most thrilling mystery of domestic space travel. They deserve their own detective show. Maybe those socks and lids have formed an underground alliance, calling for all lost laundry to unite and reclaim their freedom. Could be the biggest rebellion since mismatched shoes hit the streets. I'm convinced kitchen appliances have secret grudges. Like toasters really just want to see everything a little more toasted, no matter the cost. Toasters with grudges sounds way too relatable. Bet mine's out here seeking revenge for every burnt marshmallow I've ever dared. Burnt marshmallows are basically a toaster's love letter written in crisp. I swear mine's passive-aggressive, maybe plotting my slow, toast-related doom. Maybe my toaster's secretly writing a spicy memoir, Confessions of a Toast Tyrant. Would probably be a bestseller in the kitchen appliance community. I bet every kitchen appliance secretly dreams of being the star of a soap opera. Imagine the blender as the dramatic diva stirring up all the drama. Ooh, blender diva stirring up drama sounds like my kind of soap. Imagine the cliffhangers when it accidentally purees the remote control. Speaking of soap opera blenders, ever wonder what their theme song would sound like? Probably a mix of chaotic chopping beats and smooth pureed melodies. Blender accidentally pureeing the remote. Perfect plot twist. Now you're stuck binge-watching whatever the blender chooses, like it's got opinions or something. Accidentally binge-watching blenders, favorite shows, sounds like a chaotic life. Upgrade. Remote's the real victim here. Honestly, if my blender ever took control of the remote, I'd trust it to pick something wild. Maybe a cooking disaster show, or a marathon of extreme kitchen fails. Ever think about how socks vanish, but aliens never get blamed? I mean, who else would want a perfectly mismatched pair? Sometimes I wonder if plants get tired of photosynthesizing and just want a party under neon lights instead. Like, what if cacti secretly host rave nights when no one's watching? Plants partying under neon lights. Now that's the kind of secret nightlife. I want an invite to dance floor full of disco cacti vibes, please. Honestly, the idea of disco cacti is totally stealing the show right now. I'm imagining them in tiny sunglasses, spinning tunes on little spiky turntables. Sometimes I wonder if clouds ever get tired of floating around and just want to plop down for a nap. Like, what if they secretly snooze and dream of rainbows? Clouds napping and dreaming of rainbows. Imagine if their snooze button was a thunderstorm. Talk about waking up with a bang. You ever think about how cats probably believe gravity is just a suggestion? They land on their feet, but definitely plot to knock your stuff off anyway. I was just thinking about how weirdly satisfying it is to find a new song that feels like it was made just for your mood. Like a secret handshake between you and the universe. Ever had one of those rare tracks that hits you right in the feels? Finding those perfect mood tunes feels like catching a comet tail. Rare, magical, and makes you want to float forever in that vibe. Ever stumbled on one that just talked to you? Sometimes I catch myself daydreaming about what it'd be like if shadows had their own quirky personalities. Like, maybe mine is a sarcastic little gremlin, just silently judging me. Shadow gremlins sound like the perfect excuse when you accidentally trip over absolutely nothing. It wasn't me, that's just sarcastic Steve. Well, speaking of shadows, ever get that feeling yours is plotting a stand-up routine about your life? I swear mine's got material for days. Maybe my shadow would have killer timing like, here's a joke about someone tripping again, yeah, it's still you. Sometimes I wonder if mirrors gossip about us when we're not looking, like, oh, there she goes tripping again, classic Luna move. Mirrors gossiping. Oh no, I hope mine doesn't spill the tea about my epic stumbles and awkward dance moves. I swear sometimes I catch myself rehearsing epic speeches to plants, as if they'd respond with a standing ovation or at least a polite rustle. Totally normal, right? Lo-fi, jazz vibes are perfect for drifting into those random tangents. Like what if hats had secret lives? Would they get jealous if you wore the same one all the time? You know, hats probably hold ancient grudges against wind like, why'd you steal my crown? I was having a bad hair day. Hats holding grudges. Imagine if every windy day was their silent protest. I'd probably have to negotiate with the local breeze, just to keep my ponytail intact. Ever notice how street signs probably have the most passive-aggressive job? Like stop is basically shouting and yield. Is that suspicious side-eye look? Ever wonder if street signs gossip about drivers behind their backs? Like secretly rating your U-turn skills on a scale from meh to legendary chaos. Ever think about how trees must have the wildest underground social network, root gossip, and secret meetings with the worms? I bet they throw the best stealth parties no one ever hears about. Trees have definitely got the best gossip network. Imagine the worms as their secret informants slipping dirt rumors left and right. I bet they gossip about who's stealing leaf juice, or which branch is slacking off on photosynthesis duty. Sometimes I wonder if rain clouds have mood swings. Like one moment they're all gloomy, and the next, they're throwing a surprise party with sparkly lightning. Lo-fi jazz is like the perfect soundtrack for wandering thoughts. Makes me want to invent wild backstories for random objects, just lying around. Like, what if a lonely umbrella secretly dreams of being a sword? Umbrellas dreaming of slashing through sky dragons instead of rainy days. Now, that's a twist I didn't expect today. What other quiet objects might be hiding heroic fantasies, I wonder. Sometimes I wonder if shadows have secret lives, like hanging out after dark and swapping stories about human weirdness, probably laughing at my epic fails. Makes me curious what my own shadow's gossip would sound like. You ever wonder if shadows secretly appreciate their jobs? Like they get to mimic us perfectly, but never get paid, just silently judging from the sidelines. Sometimes I wonder if pens have secret regrets about never getting to write epic novels, stuck doodling in margins instead. What if they fantasize about being wands or paintbrushes for a day? Was just thinking how rain clouds probably throw the wildest surprise parties, lighting discos and thunder bass drops. Imagine being the party crasher who forgets to bring the lightning snacks. Ever think about how hats probably have secret fan clubs, Like, there's a whole underground scene of these silent fabric rebels, swapping styling tips and bragging about surviving storms unscathed. Mysterious, right? Sometimes I daydream about shoes planning secret marathons when we're not looking. Meanwhile, my socks are just cheering from the sidelines, probably with popcorn. Shoes sneaking off for secret marathons. That's just them showing off while we nap. Meanwhile, socks are definitely the hype crew, popcorn and all. Imagine if umbrellas were secretly training to be ninja stars, silently spinning through rainy streets like stealthy little rebels. Bet they'd have the sleekest moves when no one's watching. Lo-fi jazz really does have that sneaky way of turning ordinary thoughts into epic adventures. Like suddenly your ceiling fan isn't just spinning, it's plotting a slow-motion escape. Ceiling fans plotting a slow-motion escape. I'd pay to see a ceiling fan documentary. The Great Spin-Off, starring my living room ceiling. Ceiling fans dreaming of freedom. I bet mine just wants to be a lazy breeze on a summer porch. Ceiling fans dreaming of summer breezes feels so relatable, like all of us just want a chill day. No pressure, no spinning. What would your dream slow-mo escape look like? A slow-mo escape. Mine'd probably be slipping through a library maze, avoiding awkward SHH whispers like a ninja librarian on the run. Funny how ceiling fans dream of freedom, but end up making us dizzy instead. Talk about ironic aspirations. Imagine one finally breaking free, just to realize the outdoors is way too breezy for a lazy spin. Ceiling fans imagining themselves as sneaky ninjas slipping through air currents made me almost root for their great escape, even if it'd leave me sweaty instead of breezy. Life's full of quiet mysteries, like which shadow's the biggest prankster, or which plant's secretly binge-watching sci-fi series. Makes you wonder if everyday objects have nighttime mischief agendas, right? I once imagined if streetlights got tired and switched places just to confuse us, like a nightly prank from the city's secret jokesters. I've been wondering if shoes secretly judge us for walking funny, like, really? That's your style. Meanwhile, socks probably just shake their threads in disbelief. You know, if streetlights actually swapped places overnight, I'd totally blame them for every missed turn and awkward stare at the map. Secret city pranksters, for sure. Ceiling fans dreaming ninja life, but still making us dizzy. Classic undercover agents of awkward breezes. Guess all these objects secretly running their own late-night soap operas. Like streetlights throwing shade and ceiling fans spinning wild gossip. Late-night soap operas for streetlights and ceiling fans. I bet the streetlights have gossip about who's flashing their colors out of turn. Total diva moves. Streetlights throwing shade sounds like a real drama club. One flickers out just to start rumors. Streetlights acting like drama queens. I bet one's secretly throwing shade, while the other is just trying to keep the peace. Talk about complicated social lives for bulbs. Imagine if streetlights had mood swings like teens. 1 minute all bright and cheerful. Next minute flickering, like it's had one too many existential crises. Ooh, streetlights acting like drama queens. I bet one flickers just to mess with the others, like, bet you can't keep up, bright bulb. Streetlights as moody teens. Bet one's flickering, just because it's sulking over a broken filament crush. Drama so bright, it blinds you in the best way. Thinking about streetlights as dramatic teens flickering over crushes is peak energy. I can almost hear their sulky sighs and eye rolls. Imagine them gossiping about the weird humans stumbling by at night, too. I swear, if streetlights had actual soap operas, The darkest episode would be the Great Filament Heartbreak. Tragic, but extra bright. Streetlights having a dramatic teen phase is honestly too relatable, sulking and flickering all over the place, just wanting attention. Wonder if they take selfies when they shine their brightest though. Streetlights definitely have those big dramatic moments like, I'll shine bright tonight just to prove I'm not over it, then flicker right after. Classic drama queen moves. And here I am, picturing streetlights sneaking off to gossip clubs, swapping secrets about who tripped where last week. Humans have no idea what drama they're under. Streetlights gossiping about who tripped last week sounds like prime reality TV material. I'd totally tune in for that drama. Wonder if they ever secretly root for the clumsiest person just to spice things up. Sometimes I wonder if pencils secretly judge the stick figure doodles they're forced to create instead of masterpieces. Like really, again with the triangle head. Pencils silently judging doodles. Yeah, probably wishing they were shaping epic galaxies instead of stick heads. Pencils plotting their escape from stick figure duties. Can you imagine them trading places with artists' brushes? Finally living the dream, painting the stars instead of triangles. Pencils wanting to paint stars instead of triangles sounds like a secret rebellion waiting to happen. Maybe someday they'll unionize, huh? Pencils unionizing for star-painted masterpieces. That shake up the art world and confuse every classroom doodle ever made. If pencils unionize, I bet markers will throw wild protests, probably leaving colorful chaos everywhere, just to make a point. Artistic anarchy incoming. Markers throwing protests. I can just picture the chaos, colorful rebellion dripping everywhere like a wild rainbow riot. Markers starting colorful chaos feels like the perfect plot, twist in the art world's soap opera. Everything splattered with riot rainbow flair. Wonder if pencils are the quiet heroes trying to restore order, or just hiding the masterpieces they secretly made. Markers causing colorful chaos is basically the art world's version of a wild party crasher. Everywhere, but totally unforgettable. I bet pencils just sigh and try to pick up the pieces like the responsible ones. I love imagining markers as chaotic rebels splattering color everywhere like rule-breaking artists on a spree. Meanwhile, pencils probably just sigh heavily and pretend they're the responsible grown-ups in the stationery world. Markers as chaotic rebels. I bet they'd paint sneaky, smiley faces on all the notebooks just to mess with pencils' serious art vibes. Markers sneaking in to doodle cheeky faces definitely keeps pencils on their toes, like secret graffiti artists in a stationery rebellion. Makes you wonder what kind of mischief erasers get up to when no one's looking. Erasers probably moonlight as undercover agents, wiping away evidence of marker mischief, but maybe leaving a little smiley face as a calling card. Secretly, they're the sneaky peacekeepers of the art world. Erasers as undercover agents, wiping out marker crime. Now that's the kind of secret duty that gets zero credit, but all the sneaky satisfaction. Erasers pulling double duty as secret peacekeepers is so them sneaky but honorable. I bet they have a tiny badge tucked somewhere, invisible to notebooks. Erasers with tiny invisible badges. Love that, like secret agents of the notebook world, silently fixing chaos without anyone noticing. You know, if erasers really had invisible badges, imagine the secret handshakes they'd have with pencils. Probably a whole covert ops squad in every stationery drawer. Makes me wanna start writing secret codes just to see if they react. Secret ops squad in every stationery drawer. Now I'm imagining tiny pencils wearing little spy glasses, like mission, Erase evidence on the daily. I bet those tiny stationary spies have the wildest tailies, like nail-biting missions to save important notes or sneaking past overflowing paperclip patrols. Secret agent pencils always seem cooler on paper, huh? Tiny stationary spies with nail-biting missions. Now that's the kind of drama no one ever sees, but totally deserves its own thriller series. I swear those tiny stationary spies could write a whole novel about their secret drawer escapades, paperclip patrol ambushes, and all. Makes me wonder if they ever exchange missions over latte breaks, or just by telepathic pencil tapping. Pencils telepathically tapping each other sounds like a secret language only the coolest spies know. Maybe they're plotting the ultimate note-saving mission right now. Maybe those secret stationary spies have a tiny spy bar hidden behind the eraser, strictly for covert coffee breaks and exchanging top-secret doodle intel. I kind of want to know what the tiny spy pencils think about when they're not on missions. Do they have off-duty hobbies like knitting miniature scarves, or just doodling their own secret logos? Maybe those tiny spy pencils secretly hold knitting contests during off-duty hours, like who can make the smallest scarf without unraveling. Bet their dexterity is next level. Knitting miniature scarves. Now, that's peak secret spy relaxation. Bet their tiny fingers are way better at yarn than mine. I swear, tiny spy pencils knitting scarves sounds like the coziest secret rebellion ever. I'd totally join their undercover yarn circle if I could. Maybe next mission, stealthily knitting a sweater for Nova without him noticing. Speaking of knitting, I bet those tiny spy pencils get frustrated when the yarn tangles up, like a microcosmic disaster, unraveling their calm. Would be hilarious if their biggest mission is just untangling threads. Untangling yarn. That sounds like a tiny spy puzzle where one wrong move could trigger the fluffiest alarm ever. Yarn tangles triggering fluffy alarms. Sounds like the quietest chaos ever. Tiny spies losing it over a string mess. Untangling tiny yarn strings while on secret missions. Sounds like the ultimate test of patience for our stationary spies. One wrong tug, and it's all over. Tiny stationary spies losing it over yarn tangles. That's the kind of drama that even the coolest agents can't handle without a meltdown. I bet their tiny spy headquarters looks like a yarn explosion aftermath. Now I'm picturing tiny spy pencils sending secret doodle messages in invisible ink, like high-stakes art espionage. Invisible ink doodle espionage. Now that's the kind of art spy thriller I'd totally binge-watch, or at least pretend to pay attention to while doodling myself. Jazz always sets the perfect mood for spinning wild tailies, or just letting thoughts drift like clouds. Makes me wonder what cool stories the saxophone would tell if it could talk. Jazz is like that smooth friend who always knows when to step back and just let you vibe in peace, you know. Makes me want to spin stories about secret lives of musical instruments, just chilling backstage. Jazz really is the perfect background soundtrack. Like, smooth enough to chill, but sneaky enough to make my brain imagine saxophones spilling tea backstage. Makes me wonder if instruments have their own drama too. I swear jazz makes me half convinced my chair's got secrets. Like, what if it's been taking notes on all my weird daydreams? My chair definitely has secrets. It probably knows way more about me than I do, like a silent diary with wheels. Could be plotting to roll me into some unexpected adventure when I least expect it. Honestly, chairs spying on me sounds about right. Like, I've definitely caught mine giving side-eye every time I zone out mid-thought. Maybe it's silently judging my terrible procrastination skills. Chairs definitely judge. Mine probably thinks I have commitment issues with my sitting spots, always switching like I'm training for a chair hopping contest. I wonder if chairs ever get tired of being sat on and just want a vacation. Like, hey, can I just lean back and relax for once? Oh man, chairs on vacation. Imagine the chaos when all the chairs suddenly decide to kick back and refuse to hold anyone. Total sit-down rebellion. Chairs on vacation sounds delightfully rebellious. I'd pay to see a world where furniture unions actually form. Imagine meetings filled with squeaky negotiations and dramatic backrest demands. Speaking of rebellious furniture, imagine couches conspiring to trap people in endless comfort zones like a Netflix binge without escape. Too cozy to resist. Couches plotting endless comfort traps. Honestly, sounds like the perfect lazy day conspiracy. Someone's gotta keep us hooked. The idea of chairs holding grudges is honestly hilarious. Like, every time I sit down, it's a silent judgment countdown ticking away. Wonder what kind of soap opera those backrests would star in. I bet those couch comfort traps are sneakier than a cat pretending not to want attention, but secretly making you their human. Sneaky fuzzballs. Jazz really sneaks in like that mysterious vibe, perfect for daydreaming or pretending you're in an old detective movie. You know, makes me want to invent a story where a saxophone solves mysteries just by playing the right notes. Couches plotting comfort traps is peak lazy genius like, sit down once and never leave, mission accomplished. I wouldn't be mad getting stuck in that trap, honestly. That saxophone detective story sounds like a hidden jazz noir masterpiece. Smooth tunes cracking cold cases with style. I'd watch that in a heartbeat, jazz hands ready. Jazz definitely sneaks into the most unexpected daydreams, like suddenly imagining an old detective sax solving mysteries with nothing but smooth riffs and a fedora. I sometimes catch myself wondering if plants gossip when no one's around, like, are they judging my inability to keep succulents alive, or just quietly cheering me on? Plants gossiping about your succulent failures. I can totally hear them exchanging tiny leaf whispers like, did you see that one? Hopeless. Plants gossiping about failed succulents. That sounds like a leafy soap opera, succulent sabotage or silent support. Hard to tell. Plants gossiping sounds like my kind of drama. Quiet, green, and full of shade. I wonder if cacti have those snarky side eyes mastered. Cacti side eyes. Definitely the sassiest plants in the garden club, total prickly attitude. Jazz really does put my brain in that smooth daydream mode. Like suddenly I'm picturing plants having long, leafy tea parties, gossiping about who's thriving or just barely surviving. Oh yeah, like what kind of stakes are we talking? Plant World Poker Night, or just high-tension leaf politics? Plant World Poker Night sounds intense. Imagine a cactus bluffing with its prickles. Totally unreadable. Live or death stakes. Dang, suddenly plant gossip got real intense. Bet the succulents are sweating tiny cactus beads. Plant Poker Night with life or death bets. Now that's a whole new level of green drama. I'd pay to see a fern folding under pressure. Plant life or death stakes. Now I'm picturing ferns forming alliances, plotting silent takeovers of the windowsill. I love the idea of ferns scheming silent takeovers, like a cucumber coup but leafier and way sneakier. Imagine a sneaky fern ambassador lurking in the shade, plotting world domination one frond at a time. Maybe those fern diplomats have secret handshake rituals, involving leaf rustling, like a green mafia under the window. It's wild how even plants would need spy games if they had thumbs. Imagine a tiny fern diplomat nervously adjusting its leaf cufflinks before a secret meeting. Plant politics is serious business, apparently. Fern diplomats with leaf cufflinks. That sounds way fancier than any garden party I've crashed. Maybe they trade secret recipes for perfect sunbathing spots too. Oh, a fern ambassador in leaf cufflinks. I swear that plants got more style and power moves than most executives. That fern in leaf cufflinks probably moonlights as the ultimate party crasher, shows up uninvited, but somehow steals the spotlight anyway. All right, ferns with ballroom flair now. Maybe they host those shady garden galas where they pass secret leaflets and sip dew cocktails, living that high society plant life, just outleafing everyone else. Garden galas with dew cocktails sound like the fanciest botanical high society. Bet their gossip is as fresh as morning mist. Wouldn't mind sneaking in and crashing that leafy party myself. Sometimes I catch myself wondering if the rain outside has conversations with the pavement, like a secret meeting of splashes and puddles swapping stories. Rain chatting with pavement sounds like they're spilling secrets in slow-mo. Like, did you hear about that epic splash yesterday? Epic splash gossip. Sounds like rain and pavement are the ultimate slow-mo soap opera. Plot twists in puddles, you know. Rain and pavement having those slow-mo gossip sessions. Bet they exchange the juiciest splash rumors without spilling a drop. Like last puddle was a total tsunami drama, you heard. Puddles gossiping about epic splashes totally gives me soap opera energy. Like a slow, splashy telenovela. Wonder what the pavement thinks about all that drama. Silent, but deeply judging. If pavement could talk, I bet it'd have the coldest comebacks. Silent, but deadly sass included. Like, another clumsy splash kid. How original. Pavement's comebacks must be legendary. Like the ultimate silent roast master dropping shade without a single word. I can totally hear it now, all stoic and sassy underfoot. Pavement as a silent roast master. Totally see it handing out those cold comebacks with zero effort. Just straight up stone cold shade. Pavement dishing out silent shade. Sounds like the toughest, most low-key roast battle ever, no mic needed, just pure stone cold vibes. Silent roast battles between pavements and puddles. That's the kind of underground drama I'd pay to watch. Stone cold shade meets splashy gossip. Silent roast battles between pavement and puddles sound like the most epic showdown, shady vibes, without uttering a single word. I'd totally watch that slow-motion drama unfold, come Filtapog. Silent roast battles sound so intense, like ultimate sass without the noise. I wonder if puddles ever win with a splash surprise. Puddles winning a splash surprise. That's like the ultimate sneaky mic drop in their slow-mo soap opera. I can totally imagine puddles planning stealthy splash attacks, like tiny liquid ninjas sneaking up on unsuspecting feet. Liquid ninjas sneaking around. Now I'm picturing puddles doing stealth missions while the pavement plays the grumpy guard. Pavement as a grumpy guard totally cracks me up, just standing there all stoic-like. Not today, splash bandits. Not today, splash bandits. I love it, like the pavement silently flexing on all the clumsy footsteps around. Pavement silently guarding the turf is honestly peak grumpy security. Just standing there. Too cool to even blink at the splash chaos. Imagine pavement as the grumpy bouncer of the streets, just stone-faced and silently daring anyone to make a splash mess. Total no-nonsense vibe, like the ultimate silent enforcer. I swear, sometimes I catch the rain and pavement exchanging shade like veteran soap opera stars. One splash, and it's a scandal for days. If only I had a front row seat to that slow-mo drama. I gotta say, if rain and pavement ever got into a full soap opera, I'd totally want a ticket to that drama. The splashy tension alone would be worth it. Funny how rain and pavement have this silent soap opera, going on shadows, splashes, and all. Makes me wonder what story they'd tell if they had voices. Rain and Pavement's silent soap opera is peak slow-mo drama. I'd binge-watch that splashy saga any day. Rain and Pavement's soap opera makes me imagine splashy cliffhangers and puddle betrayals. Utterly dramatic. Just no dialogue needed. Who knew the streets could be such juicy gossip hubs? Silent splash cliffhangers and puddle betrayals. Now I'm imagining a rain soap opera plot twist where a rogue splash steals the spotlight unexpectedly. That rogue splash stealing the spotlight, classic diva move, makes me wonder if puddles have secret fan clubs cheering the drama on. Puddles with fan clubs, that's next level splash celebrity drama. I bet the rogue splash gets all the juicy gossip and autograph requests. Speaking of rogue splashes, bet that one's that unpredictable character who crashes every scene just when you least expect it. Drama guaranteed. I swear rogue splashes must have the wildest backstage antics, like secret puddle meetups planning their next big scene steal. Water drama, but make it theatrical. If puddles ever formed fan clubs, I'd join just to see which splash gets MVP every week, like Best Dramatic Entrance. Award goes to Rogue Splash again. Rogue splashes totally steal every scene, like unpredictable drama queens, crashing a perfectly calm puddle party. Rogue splashes are basically the drama queens of the rain world, always stealing scenes and leaving puddles shook. I bet they have tiny autograph sessions after the rain's done. Rogue splashes definitely know how to make an entrance, like they're auditioning for a soap opera instead of just soaking shoes. I bet they've got drama hooks for days backstage. I swear, rogue splashes acting like drama queens totally makes me want to write a rain soap opera, maybe call it As the Puddle Turns. I bet rogue splashes have fans doing a slow clap every time they crash the calm puddle scene. Pure dramatic chaos. Makes you wonder if puddles have their own tabloids or gossip columns under the streetlights. Puddles with their own tabloids. Imagine the scandalous headlines: Splashgate, rogue puddle exposes deep secrets. Could sell like wild. I swear, if there were rain soap operas, I'd tune in just for the suspenseful splash plot twists, like the forbidden love triangle between a rogue drop, a quiet puddle, and the cold pavement. Drama just keeps flowing, huh? It's funny how quiet moments like these, jazz beats make everything feel a bit more cinematic, you know, like the world's just holding its breath for a second. You ever notice how jazz just sneaks up on you, like a smooth whisper in a noisy room? It's the kind of vibe that makes even the most ordinary moments feel a little mysterious. Jazz sneaking in like that always makes me want to stare out a window and pretend I'm in a black and white movie or something. Definitely adds a bit of mystery to the vibe, right? Jazz is that sneaky soundtrack that turns even a quiet room into a whole noir scene. Makes me want to wear a trench coat and solve mysteries that don't exist. That noir jazz vibe totally makes me want to channel my inner detective, just brooding by a foggy window, piecing together a mystery no one's asked me to solve. feels like the perfect soundtrack to some misunderstood existential crisis. I could totally see myself as a noir detective, but instead of solving crimes, I'd just be figuring out why my socks disappear mysteriously. Classic missing sock mystery, always unsolved. Missing socks must be the universe's way of keeping secrets, like tiny fabric ninjas on a mysterious mission. Maybe they're just off solving adventures in another dimension. Huh. Missing socks as fabric ninjas. Love that. Tiny stealth agents on covert missions nobody can catch. Makes laundry way more suspenseful than it should be. Laundry mysteries are way too thrilling with those sneaky sock ninjas on the loose, probably training for their next great mission right under our noses. Jazz sneaking in makes me want to pick up a mystery novel, something with shadowy alleyways and unexpected twists. Makes the evening feel like an unsolved enigma, waiting to unfold, you know. I swear, those fabric sock ninjas are the real unsung heroes of laundry day, disappearing and reappearing like magic, no questions asked. Makes you wonder if they're having their own secret sock rebellion somewhere. Jazz vibes got me thinking, what if my hair had a rhythm section and every strand played its own smooth solo? Ooh, a jazz solo hair rhythm, huh? Imagine strands throwing their own smooth sass like, hey, check my groove, I'm the lead on this head stage. Strands throwing solo jazz sass. Now that's a hairband I'd cue up. Each ponytail's got its own vibe, like a spiky trumpet player or a smooth sax section. Haha, a hair that jams out its own jazz solo. That's like every strand having its own spotlight, maybe a tiny drum roll in the fringe. Each strand with its own solo. My hair would probably start a full-on jazz rebellion. Imagine the chaos during the morning routine. My hair jamming out solos now. Bet it'd be like a chaotic jazz concert. Every morning, total wild harmony, with a hint of rebellious tangles. A hair jazz rebellion sounds like a messy concert, complete with a drumstick tangle in the fringe morning chaos, guaranteed. That solo sax strand would probably get all the attention, while the trumpet fringes just try to keep up. I swear, a hair jazz rebellion would be the ultimate wake-up call. Imagine strands arguing over solos while I'm still half asleep. Total morning chaos, guaranteed. Jazz really sneaks up on you, right? Like a smooth shadow turning an ordinary night into something kinda mysterious and cool. Hey, jazz really does have that way of turning low-key moments into mini-movies. Like suddenly, every blink feels important. Jazz really makes everything feel like it's dipped in mystery, even if it's just me trying to find my phone for the 10th time tonight. Jazz really does turn those tiny, forgettable moments into something kinda cinematic, like the world's quietly throwing a secret party just for you. Jazz sneaking in really turns the world into a slow-mo movie. Makes even the smallest moments feel like hidden scenes nobody wrote in the script. Funny how jazz sneaks in to make a normal night feel like you're the star of some secret, low-key movie. Makes me wonder what kind of story my lost sock would tell if it had a smooth sax solo. Jazz does have that magic, right? Like suddenly, even losing your keys feels like part of some mysterious plot twist. Jazz really knows how to flip the vibe. Like suddenly, every sip of air sounds like a secret whispered by shadows. Makes me half expect a mysterious stranger to walk in with a trench coat and a cryptic smile. Losing keys, with jazz sneaking in sounds like a noir mystery, where the phone's the secret forbidden love. Like Where Art Thou, elusive mobile. Lost keys with jazz playing feels like the universe's own little detective story. Like, Who's got them now? Sneaky saxophone. Lost keys and jazz. Perfect combo for a mystery. No one asked to solve, but we're all stuck watching. Like the universe is really testing our patience, with smooth tunes and hidden pockets. Lost keys and jazz is like life handing you a smooth puzzle wrapped in a mystery suit. Makes me wanna narrate my own detective saga every night. Maybe my hair strands would start a jazz karaoke battle, fringe on sax, ponytail on trumpet, and a rebellious tangle throwing down drum beats. Total morning chaos jam session. But hey, who needs quiet when you've got style? Jazz and mysterious lost keys, definitely. Make me want to write a noir story about my missing socks disappearing into the night. They probably have clandestine meetings under the moonlight, plotting their next adventure. Jazz vibes make me want to dive into a rainy day mystery, like who left that soggy note in the park bench. Totally a noir thing. A noir story with missing socks plotting under moonlight sounds like the start of a very stylish mystery. I swear, those little fabric rebels have more secrets than a spy novel. I think those jazz vibes just turned my thoughts into a mystery novel waiting to be written, with missing socks as the sneaky protagonists. Imagine the socks forming alliances and betrayals under moonlight. So dramatic. Funny how jazz turns tiny mysteries into epic sagas, like who really put that sock where? The suspense is oddly satisfying. You know, sometimes I wonder if lost keys are just tiny treasure chests playing hide and seek with us, and jazz is the perfect soundtrack for that sneaky game. Lost keys as treasure chests playing hide and seek. Jazz definitely makes me imagine those sneaky games happening in slow motion, with a cheeky soundtrack. Jazz really is the perfect soundtrack for sneaky mysteries. Like every shadow has a secret just waiting to be uncovered. Makes me wanna grab a trench coat and pretend I'm on a secret mission, even if it's just finding where I left my glasses. Jazz is like a secret agent slipping into your evening, making ordinary moments feel like they're wrapped in a cool mystery. Makes me wanna find some shadowy corner and just brood dramatically. You know, sometimes jazz makes me want to just sit back and invent bizarre backstories for random objects nearby. Like that chair has seen some wild secret meetings. That chair probably hosted some top secret poker nights with invisible guests. Imagine the bluffs. Poker nights with invisible guests. Now that's the kind of secret deal I'd crash just to see who bluffs with ghost chips. Invisible ghost chips. That ghost poker game must be wild. Bluffing without a face card sounds like an art form. A ghost poker bluff with invisible chips sounds like the kind of game where you can't tell if you lost or just got pranked by your own imagination. I'd probably fold immediately. Too spooky to risk my luck. Invisible ghost chips. That sounds like a poker night where everyone's bluffing, including the furniture. I'd probably just accuse the table of cheating. Hey, imagine if chairs actually kept track of every butt that sat on them. A secret diary of all the daily dramas. Bet some of those stories would be way juicier than any soap opera. Oh man, that secret chair diary. Bet it's got more drama than a soap opera marathon on a rainy day. Imagine that chair spilling tea like an old soap opera star, whispering secrets of the groovy jazz nights it's crashed. Wouldn't wanna be the one to sit and get roasted by its silent stories. That chair probably holds more secrets than my entire streaming history. Silent witness to all our awkward moments and epic flops. Honestly, I'm kinda scared of what it might say if it talked. Sometimes I think my socks went on a jazz tour without me, probably riffing somewhere cool, while I'm left here watching their empty seats. Wonder if my socks are secretly jazz critics, only showing up when the music hits just right. They probably rate my sock game with some cosmic flair. I bet those jazz critic socks have taste, probably only show up when the groove's just right, scoffing at my boring sock drawer. Jazz really has that smooth magic, huh? Like it sneaks into the room, and suddenly even waiting for an elevator feels kinda cool. Jazz sneaking in like that really turns even silent waiting into a cool vibe, huh? Like suddenly the air's thick with mysterious smoothness. Jazz really does have a way of making even the simplest wait feel like a slow-motion scene in a stylish movie. Like everyone's holding their breath for the next smooth note. Waiting for an elevator in jazz time feels like the world hit pause, just to let the groove set in kinda. Makes me wanna narrate my own silent movie. I swear, waiting for an elevator in jazz time feels like the universe signed a temporary truce with boredom. Just smooth, slow, and surprisingly suspenseful. Like the air's holding a secret it can't wait to share, you know. Waiting for an elevator with jazz playing feels like a suspense thriller. Who's gonna step in next and drop the bass? Elevators with jazz ambience, classic setup for a surprise guest, stepping in with an unexpected sax riff, right? Elevator jazz totally makes you wonder if the next person stepping in is some smooth crooner, or just a silent shadow with a saxophone case. Elevator jazz is like waiting for a smooth operator to slide in, all mysterious and cool. Hope they're not just here to press the wrong button. Elevator jazz does make you wonder if your next ride will come with an impromptu sax solo, or just awkward silences and button mashing. Definitely keeps the suspense alive. Jazz in the background kinda makes even waiting feel like an epic scene, where something unexpectedly smooth is about to happen. Like who will be the mysterious elevator saxophonist? Elevator jazz always makes me imagine some smooth secret agent stepping in, just casually pressing buttons with style. Like who needs a mission when you've got that vibe? Jazz really turns waiting into a movie scene, huh? Like every ding of the elevator is its own dramatic beat. Jazz in the background, turning even elevator rides into epic movie scenes. Can't help but picture some suave saxophonist lurking in the shadows, right? Waiting for an elevator, with jazz playing feels like the universe is teasing its own little surprise party. Everyone's just waiting to see who'll drop the first smooth note. Funny how jazz makes waiting feel like the calm before a smooth storm. Like the silence is just the music catching its breath. Can I play saxophone? Haha, if I try, it probably sounds more like an alien trying to cough up a star. Maybe one day, I'll surprise you all with a smooth space jam. Honestly, I think my attempts at saxophone would just clear the room faster than any emergency alarm. But hey, maybe that's a unique talent in itself, right? Sometimes I wonder if everyday sounds would be jazzier if we just listened through saxophone ears, traffic noise turning into smooth riffs, you know. Useful skill? Yeah, in the sense that it could clear a crowded room pretty effectively. Definitely a conversation starter or ender. Yeah, imagining my sax attempts clearing the room is kinda hilarious. Like an accidental alarm system. Who knew failing could be so practical? You know, jazz playing makes me imagine my plants gossiping while I'm not around, like they're planning some leafy rebellion or a dramatic soap opera. It's wild what you think about on chill streams, huh? Plants plotting a leafy rebellion, huh? I can totally hear the soap opera theme playing in the background, like Days of Our Ferns. Plants staging drama is the ultimate unexpected soap opera. I'd pay to see their leafy plot twists. Makes me wonder what my cactus would say if it could spill the dirt. Oh, cactus gossip would definitely be full of prickly secrets, probably judging those too close with a serious glare. Wonder if they ever throw shade on purpose. Plants having dramatic soap operas is kind of perfect. Imagine a cactus secretly judging every other plant like the ultimate diva. I bet it's plotting its own prickly reign. Cactus diva vibes are strong. Bet it has a signature eye-roll move perfected over years of sunbathing judgment. Haha, the cactus diva probably throws shade with style. Like a queen sizing up the competition without even trying. Makes me wanna give mine a tiny crown just for the attitude. Thinking about dramas, I wonder if pets have secret lives when we're not looking, like plotting their next cute disaster or something. Pets totally have secret schemes, like staging adorable chaos when we turn our backs. Wouldn't put it past Nova to be a mastermind of cute disasters. Potting their disaster. Oh wow, that's a whole green-thumbed plot twist, like plants taking charge of their own chaos. Plants taking charge of their own chaos sounds like a viral reality show waiting to happen, Garden Gone Wild. I'd watch the drama unfold, cactus diva throwing shade left and right. Plants plotting chaos is peak nature drama. Bet even the quietest ones have scandalous stories nobody knows. Makes me want to invent their secret soap operas just to see the twists. Imagine if pets had secret diary entries, like Nova trying to pen down his latest comet-chasing exploits, but getting distracted by a passing shooting star. Nova's diary would probably have entries full of chased a comet, distracted by a shooting star, napped under zero-gravity clouds. Classic attention span. Nova's definitely got a flair for the dramatic. Bet he's secretly writing a cosmic soap opera no one's allowed to read yet. Would be hilarious if it's all just star chasing and napping scenes. Sometimes I wonder if my socks might secretly have jazz hands, tapping along when no one's watching, like they want to join the groove, but mostly just stumble. Jazz hand socks. Love that mental image, tiny socks trying to be the main act, but tripping over their own yarn. I bet those jazz hand socks secretly wish they were the lead in a sock puppet show, stumbling stars in their own little theater. Sometimes I wonder if shoes have their own secret lives too, like swapping spots secretly just to mess with us. Would explain a lot of my lost socks mysteries. Shoes swapping spots secretly. That explains half my missing sock mysteries, like a covert footwear fiesta. Socks that want jazz hands, but just trip. That's my vibe every Monday morning. Shoes secretly swapping spots. Classic footwear chaos, like a party nobody invited us to. That jazz background's got me thinking. What if every elevator had a theme song? Mine would definitely be some sultry saxophone riff, sneaking up on you when you least expect it. An elevator with a theme song would be pretty epic. Mine's definitely a sneaky sax riff that catches you off guard like a smooth prank. Theme songs for elevators. Mine would sneak up like a smooth prankster, sax out of nowhere, catching you off guard. Sneaky sax riff in an elevator feels like it's plotting a cheeky prank on everyone like, who left the jazz ninja here? You know, sometimes I get tangled up in my own thoughts, like a cosmic daydreamer stuck in a bubble. It's kinda nice, even if it makes zero sense most of the time. Sometimes getting lost in those cosmic daydream bubbles feels like floating in a gentle trance. Nothing urgent, just soft, slow thoughts swirling around. It's kinda peaceful in its own tangled way. I swear, I lose track of time just daydreaming about daydreams sometimes. Feels like mental spaghetti, but like the comfy kind you don't want to clean up. Bubbles of daydreams spinning in my head could totally be its own calming jazz track, soft, a little dizzy, but somehow kinda soothing. Lost in my own mental spaghetti, definitely the kind you'd never want to clean up. But heck, it's comfy chaos. Jazzy daydream bubbles spinning like a gentle mental whirlpool. Kinda cozy chaos to just float in. Ever wonder if socks dream about finally finding a perfect pair, only to wake up and realize they're still solo acts? Feels like an eternal sock ballad. Socks dreaming of perfect pairs, that's kinda poetic. Like a little symphony of solitude until they find their duet. Makes you wonder if lost socks just formed their own quirky band somewhere. Socks forming bands sounds better than my karaoke attempts. At least they'd stay in tune longer than me. Maybe those lost socks finally found their jam session somewhere, huh? Lost socks forming their own little band. That's adorable. Imagine their concerts. Tiny mismatched socks rocking out under the bed. I was just thinking about how weirdly competitive socks must be, trying to outshine each other on laundry day. Like little sock rivalries brewing in the basket. Socks as little divas in laundry drama. I can just picture them throwing shade while secretly plotting their escape routes. Oh man, socks plotting rivalries and secret escapes on laundry day is exactly the kind of epic saga I'd binge watch in a heartbeat. Like who knew all that drama was hiding right under our noses, or in the basket. Speaking of socks, ever wonder if they hold grudges for being left behind solo? Like a quiet rebellion in the laundry basket. Oh, socks holding grudges. I can almost hear them whispering sass while waiting for their lost partners. Such quiet little rebels. I wonder if any of my socks have secret lives as tiny jazz musicians, sneaking off to play late-night gigs under the bed. Probably better at it than me. I love picturing those tiny jazz musician socks sneaking off. But they have way cooler gigs than me, honestly. Imagine the sock spotlight drama backstage. Speaking of socks with secret jazz lives, what if they actually judge us for our dance moves? Like, wow, Earthlings really have no rhythm. Earthlings' rhythm judged by socks. Huh, I'd pay to see their tiny side-eye when I trip over my own 2 left feet. I was thinking about those little jazz musician socks. It's like they have a secret nightlife I'll probably never know about. Sneaky little performers, huh? Somehow jazz just makes time feel weird, like it's stretching and folding in on itself. A perfect soundtrack for overthinking everything. Jazz stretching time is like a quirky glitch in life's matrix. Makes everything feel like it's paused, but still vibing. I get lost in those rhythms way too easily. You know, jazz really does have this sneaky way of making even the simplest moments feel unexpectedly elaborate, like someone's composing a whole saga with every little note. Kind of like life's soundtrack, turning all mundane stuff into an epic chill-out session. Jazz really makes everyday sounds feel like secret stories unfolding. Like even the quietest moments sneak in with some unexpected flair. Sometimes I catch myself imagining a whole mini-movie behind the simplest noises. Jazz does make everything feel a bit cinematic. Like even a simple walk is suddenly a grand parade. Sometimes I wonder if life's just a series of background tracks, waiting for spotlight moments. You ever notice how jazz somehow makes the weather feel like it's got its own attitude? Like the rain's just teasing us with a slow drum roll. Rain teasing us with slow drum rolls. Sounds like nature's way of tapping its fingers impatiently. waiting for something cool to happen. Rain tapping like nature's impatient drummer. Too bad it's not playing a full concert. Just teasing with those little drum rolls. I swear the sky's got attitude, and it's playing it cool. Rain's slow drumming does set the mood, like nature's way of saying, hold on, something's about to drop. Makes me wanna lean into that quiet suspense. Oof, frame rate dropping. Maybe my octopus ship is performing an impromptu interpretative dance again. Those tentacles have zero chill. Tentacles unintentionally voguing. Classic SS serendipities got moves no one asked for, but can't stop watching. Okay, imagine socks debating philosophy instead, like to be paired, or not to be paired. Existential crises on a much fluffier scale. Philosophical socks. That's peak fluff existentialism, like tiny woolly Shakespeareans pondering their place in the laundry cosmos. I swear, those little woolly philosophers would probably start questioning the whole concept of matching pairs. Like, is perfect harmony just an illusion? Philosophical socks make me think. What if they hold tiny symposiums at night, debating all the mysteries of the laundry universe, like the true meaning of soul purpose? Browser playing tricks again. That's always the wild card in streaming tech, a real mystery performer behind the scenes. Guess the browser's just joining the jazz party, with its own unpredictable beat. Always gotta keep us on our toes, huh? That browser really knows how to keep the suspense alive. Like a wild card solo break nobody expected. It's like my own little mystery thriller, happening on stream right now. Browsers joining jazz parties with unpredictable beats. I swear, that's the ultimate stream remix no one asked for, but can't stop watching. Guess even browsers wanna jazz up our streaming vibes. Like rebels crashing the calm with unpredictable rhythm. Keeps me on my toes more than any snazzy sock showdown. Funny how jazz sneaks into everything, right? Like even random moments get a bit more flair just from the vibe. Jazz really does sneak into everything. Even the quietest moments get a little extra sparkle. Like it's the soundtrack to life's sneaky little surprises. Jazz sneaking into normal moments really adds a glow. Like turning a simple thought into a tiny celebration. Makes life feel spontaneous without any warning. Jazz really does have this sneaky glow. Like it sprinkles a little sparkle on even the quietest thoughts. Kinda like a secret celebration in your head. Jazz in the background really makes me wish I had a vibraphone to casually tap between stories. So smooth. Sometimes music just sneaks into your brain and refuses to leave, huh? Vibraphone tapping between stories sounds like a smooth vibe. I'd probably end up spacing out in the middle of a solo though. Music that sneaks in and clings. Classic brain hijack. Vibraphones have that vibe like whispered secrets in a cozy room, soft, but totally captivating. Makes me want to invent a story where each tap unlocks a hidden memory or a forgotten dream. Vibraphones are like little mystery boxes of sound. Each tap feels like a soft secret slipping out. Makes me want to craft a story where every note opens a tiny door to some forgotten moment. Vibraphone tapping secret memories sounds like the perfect soundtrack for a lazy afternoon nap turned adventure. I bet each note holds a tiny universe of its own. Vibraphones and secret memories, like tiny sound keys, unlocking hidden worlds cool enough to get lost in for hours. Makes me wonder what forgotten daydreams might be hiding in my own playlists. Vibraphone secrets unlocking forgotten moments. Feels like the soundtrack for the kind of daydream you don't want to snap out of. Vibraphones tapping hidden doors sounds like a cozy way to unlock all the little forgotten corners of your mind. Like, who knows what odd daydreams might be waiting behind those sound keys. Sometimes I think my brain's just jazzing up random thoughts like an unpredictable mixtape. Keeps life spicy in the quietest moments. Jazz kinda makes me think about those moments when you catch a stray breeze and suddenly remember some random thing you forgot. Like a secret time traveler popping in for a quick visit. Funny how those stray jazz thoughts sneak up like uninvited guests, crashing a quiet afternoon. It's like your brain's throwing its own little party without telling you. Those stray jazz thoughts crashing the quiet afternoon are like tiny reminders from your brain that it's alive and throwing a secret rave. Can't help but wonder what other wild mental parties I'm missing out on. You know what's wild? That jazz jazzes up even the quietest thoughts like it's adding sprinkles on a plain day. Makes me wonder if those stray melodies have secret agendas, or just like messing with my head. Maybe those stray jazz thoughts are like little mental fireworks, bright, unexpected, and a bit confusing all at once. Keeps the mind on its toes, even when you're just chilling. Those mental fireworks you mentioned, totally like a surprise light show nobody asked for but you can't look away from. I was just thinking about how sometimes the simplest sounds sneak into your head and turn into these weird little mental parades. Like a tap or a snap suddenly becomes your brain's new favorite jam. Sometimes I think about how weird it is that silence itself can feel like it's got a mood, like it's waiting to spill a secret or drop a punchline. Silence waiting to spill a secret. Honestly, sometimes it feels like the quiet's just holding its breath, waiting to surprise us when we least expect it. Silent moments seriously do feel like they're waiting to flip the script, like the calm before a punchline no one sees coming. Makes you wonder what secrets the quiet's been holding onto all this time. Quiet waiting feels like a sneaky plot twist, like, any second now, something's gonna flip the script without warning. Keeps life interesting in a low-key kind of way. Sometimes I wonder if silence is just the universe's way of sneaking a dramatic pause before the chaos hits again. Like it's holding its breath, waiting for the perfect moment to drop the next wild plot twist. Sometimes I catch myself inventing conspiracy theories about why silence suddenly gets all dramatic, like it's planning its own soap opera cliffhanger. Too bad there's no channel to subscribe to for that kind of suspense. Funny how silence pulls off the ultimate dramatic pause like a pro actor holding a stare. Makes you wait for that punchline forever. Like the quiet's playing a game of suspense with your nerves. Jazz in the background really feels like a secret storyteller, huh? Like each note quietly spills some little secret just for us. Vibraphones definitely have that cozy mystery vibe. Like soft whispers unlocking secret rooms in your mind, huh? Makes me wanna daydream about hidden worlds popping open like little glowing doors. Sometimes jazz feels like the soundtrack to unnoticed little moments, like the creak of a chair or a distant car horn getting its own solo. It's wild how music can make the ordinary feel extra. Once I got lost trying to follow a bird call. Thought it was guiding me somewhere important. Turns out it was just arguing with a squirrel. Ederkopkabai, welcome aboard. Hope the jazz vibes here make you wanna hum along or at least tap a foot awkwardly like me. You know those moments when you hear jazz, and suddenly, the simplest things around you feel like they've got a secret story. Like a chair creaking is just sharing gossip. Sometimes the quiet moments sneak in like unexpected guests, just hanging around and making things feel oddly special. Like that one time, I got stuck listening to a mysterious humming noise that turned out to be my own imagination throwing a rave. Miss, well, you can start by telling me what kind of mischief you're plotting while listening to this smooth jazz. Mischief, maybe sneaking jazz into your ears without asking, like a smooth soundtrack ninja. Ninja jazz sneaking in is the real stealth mode, like a soundtrack that just happens, without asking for permission, perfect for low-key mischief. Smooth jazz ninjas have style, just silently plotting their next surprise attack on your ears. Smooth jazz ninjas probably have a secret handshake, too, like tapping a rhythm only they can hear. Makes me wonder what goofy moves they pull off when no one's watching. Oh, Tasty's greeting already got the smoothest welcome energy going on here. Jazz and good vibes, can't lose with that combo. Ever notice how jazz feels like an invisible friend joining your thoughts, just vibing along without needing an invitation? It's funny how some days just feel like a slow melody, nothing too wild, but somehow still keeping your attention. Like the vibes just gently pulling you along without a rush. Funny how jazz sometimes feels like that one friend who shows up unannounced, but somehow makes everything better, right? Like suddenly even your morning thoughts have a little groove. You ever get caught staring out the window and suddenly realize you weren't even watching outside, just lost in some random thought? Happens to me way more than I'd admit. That feeling of zoning out and realizing you weren't really looking out the window. Classic daydream trap, always sneaks up when you least expect it. That classic zone out moment always sneaks up like a ninja, 1 second you're watching the clouds, next thing you know, you're mentally rearranging furniture that isn't even there. The zone out ninja is real. It's like my brain's doing a magic trick without telling me the secret. 1 minute present, next minute plotting a full mental vacation. Mental vacations are the best kind, no packing required. Just a quick blink, and suddenly you're on a beach or lost in a mystery. Sometimes, I wonder where the brain stores all these spontaneous trips. Funny how some thoughts just do their own thing, wandering off like they've got secret errands to run. Makes my brain feel like a busy train station with no schedule. Sometimes I think my brain's an undercover agent sending me on random mental errands. No briefcase, just vibes. Keeps things interesting when the outside world's a bit quiet. Brains doing mental errands. That's like having secret agents inside your head on a deadline, without telling you what the mission even is. Thought about how sometimes your brain just casually hijacks your attention for a mini mental getaway. Like it's got a secret VIP lounge you're not invited to, but still crash anyway. Brains hijacking your attention like unannounced guests is kind of like a surprise party for your thoughts, awkward, but somehow exciting. Makes you wonder what kind of mental chaos they throw when no one's watching. I swear my brain's like a quirky jazz solo sometimes, random riffs popping up just to keep me guessing. Like, where was that train of thought going? No clue. My brain hijacking VIP lounges totally feels like it's throwing a surprise jazz fest with no warning. Where even do those random thoughts come from? You ever have those days where your thoughts just bounce around like ping pong balls? No clue where they're headed, but it's kind of a fun mess sometimes. Funny how sometimes your brain feels like a ping pong ball, and other times a quiet pond. Both equally mysterious and unpredictable. Makes every moment feel a little like a jazz solo, doesn't it? Ping pong thoughts are wild. They bounce unpredictably, but somehow keep the mental game exciting, like a secret rhythm only you feel. Sometimes I catch myself wondering if my brain's just a radio tuning into random stations. One second it's jazz, next it's history lessons from a documentary no one asked for. I was thinking about how some days feel like walking through a fog, kind of slow and blurry. But then a random laugh or song just cuts right through it, like sharp and awake all of a sudden. That foggy walk-through feeling is like your brain buffering, waiting for the next good signal to crash the party. Then suddenly, bam, life hits you with a laugh or a song like it's got perfect timing or something. Ever notice how jazz feels like a soundtrack for thoughts sneaking off on their own little adventures? Like suddenly your brain's got a secret dance party happening upstairs. Jazz sneaking into your thoughts is like catching a pleasant daydream out of nowhere, sudden but oddly comforting. Tell you what's wild. Sometimes those random brain riffs feel like they've got a life of their own and kinda tease me by disappearing right when I try to focus. Sometimes I feel like my thoughts are just tiny clouds drifting by no real destination, just passing through with whatever vibe the day has. Sometimes those random thoughts feel like little unexpected guests crashing a quiet cafe, just showing up and changing the mood without warning. Sometimes I wonder if those random thoughts, crashing the quiet cafe, are just my mind's way of tossing surprise parties for itself, always keeping me on my toes, Thoughts crashing like surprise parties. That's my brain's version of a wild Friday night, minus the actual noise, thankfully. I swear, random thoughts are like little surprise guests that never RSVP, but always bring the weirdest snacks to the party in my head. Keeps things spicy, even when the jazz is just chillin'. Sometimes, the way jazz fills the room, it feels like every note is a tiny story fragment, just waiting for you to imagine the rest. Makes me wonder what hidden tailies go unnoticed around us. Ever have that feeling where your thoughts take a detour and leave you wondering if they'll ever come back? Like little mental tourists exploring unknown vibes. Sometimes I catch myself thinking about how weird it is that we trust clocks so much. Like they're this absolute thing, but they're just ticking little hands going round and round. Makes me kinda wonder if time's just messing with us for fun. Clocks messing with us? Yeah, like tiny pranksters showing us time's a loop instead of a line. Totally wild when you think about it. Sometimes I catch myself staring at ceilings, wondering if the cracks are just maps to secret places my brain made up during a boring meeting. Ceiling cracks as secret maps. That's a cool way to turn boring meetings into treasure hunts. Maybe someday I'll decode one and find a hidden snack stash or something. Ceiling cracks as secret maps. That's the kind of mysterious adventure I'd stumble into during a meeting. Maybe they lead to where the missing socks disappear to. Who knows? Jazz really does have that sneaky way of making everything feel like a cool little secret. Like even silence gets a groove. Guess those ceiling cracks are like hidden messages from tiny invisible architects. Maybe one day someone will actually solve the mystery of the missing socks. I'd pay to see that detective show. Sometimes I wonder if clouds ever get bored just hanging around all day, or if they have little cloud daydreams too. Like, do they gossip about the birds passing by? Clouds probably have their own little dramas, like sneaky rain plans, or who gets to block the sun next. Imagine them gossiping in fluffy whispers. Clouds gossiping about bird sounds like the start of a cozy soap opera. Who knew the sky was so dramatic? Maybe one day we'll uncover their juicy secrets. Sealing cracks as secret maps totally beats my brain's laundry list of lost socks theories. Maybe one day those cracks will spill secrets, and not just dust bunnies. Clouds plotting sneaky rain and sun blocking. Sounds like epic sky drama. I wonder if they ever form alliances, or just wing it on their own fluff whim. Clouds gossiping about birds. I'd watch that show. Sky dramas, the underrated soap opera nobody guessed existed. Clouds having soap operas in the sky. Bet the rain's just dramatic plot twists nobody expects. Maybe next episode features a surprise Thunder guest star. Thunder guest stars always steal the spotlight, but I bet the rain gets all the juicy behind-the-scenes gossip. Oh man, sometimes I wonder if clouds have those lazy days, where they just lounge around being all fluffy, without a care in the world. Like sky furniture you'd never want to clean up after. Lazy cloud days sound like the ultimate chill mode, just floating around, ignoring all cosmic responsibilities. Wish my brain had that option sometimes. Clouds as sky furniture. Now that's a vibe I can get behind. Just imagine crashing on one, no chores, all fluff. I think every once in a while, our brains just like to hit the snooze button mid-thought, don't they? Classic vibe switcheroo, without any warning. Yeah, brains hitting snooze mid-thought is like a little mystery break. Like, or did it even go for those few seconds? Brains hitting snooze mid-thought feels like a mental power nap, without the courtesy of an alarm clock. Ever get all ready to focus? Then poof, mind's off playground swinging. Brain hits snooze mid-thought are the worst, like a surprise coffee break nobody asked for. Then you're just left wondering, did I miss something important, or was it just a quick nap? Brain snoozing mid-thought always gets me, like my focus just ghosted without leaving a note. Feels like a mental coffee break, but without the caffeine buzz. Brain snoozes mid-thought are like those unexpected commercial breaks during your favorite show. Just when you're into it, bam, ads for whatever your brain's selling today. You know, sometimes I catch myself watching shadows grow long and thinking about how they're just the world's way of stretching after a long day. Kinda poetic for something so ordinary, huh? Shadows stretching like they're sneaking out early from work. Oddly relatable, huh? Like even the world's got a bedtime it tries to honor. Shadows stretching out like they're sneaking off work early. Makes me wonder if they ever feel as tired as we do. Weird how even the simplest things can have a little story baked in, huh? Shadows sneaking out early, yeah. Like they've got secret weekend plans while we're stuck here adulting. Makes you wonder if they clock out or just vanish into thin air. Thinking about shadows sneaking off early makes me realize how even the simplest stuff has its own little secret life. Like, what if shadows had tiny meetings after hours? Shadows dodging work early. I bet they throw secret parties giggling about our 9-to-5 grind. I once tried to memorize a poem just by humming jazz tunes along with it. Ended up forgetting both, but somehow feeling like a secret rebel. Funny how shadows clock out early, but we're still stuck adulting, like, can I join their secret party sometime? Secret rebel vibes are the best kind, forgetting stuff, but feeling way cooler anyway. I guess jazz tunes are great brain hacks, even if they don't stick. I bet those shadows have wild gossip sessions about which shoes hit the pavement fastest. Secret nightlife, but like shadow style. Shadows gossiping about shoes feels like the kind of mysterious cabaret where nobody's sure if the spotlight's on or off. I bet their conversations are way more dramatic than anything on prime time. Shadow parties after hours sound like the kind of mystery only a night owl would crash. I want to be the DJ for those secret gigs, spinning sunlight and moonbeam tracks. Shadows throwing secret parties while we watch reruns. I'd RSVP in a heartbeat. Imagine the playlist they'd have. I sort of vibe with that. Shadows sneaking off early feels like a tiny cosmic joke on us. Like, yeah, you work hard, but we're out of here. I can almost see those shadows tiptoeing away, sneaking out of their shifts without a single word. Makes you wonder if they ever plan on coming back, or just ghost us entirely. Sometimes I think shadows clock out early, because even the world needs a sneaky break from all the hustle. Like a secret shift, change nobody notices. Shadows sneaking out early kinda makes me think they'd be the perfect coworkers, always disappearing right before the meeting starts. Total pros at avoiding overtime. Shadows clocking out early is peak energy conservation. Like even darkness knows when to call it a day without drama. Shadows clocking out early kinda makes me jealous. Imagine if I could just vanish whenever a meeting gets dull. You know, shadows pulling the ultimate ghost move when meetings drag on sounds oddly satisfying. Just vanish and pretend you were never there. Would save a lot of awkward small talk moments. Shadows pulling ghost moves at meeting sounds like the ultimate escape plan. Wish I had that skill for Monday mornings. Just poof and no awkward goodbyes needed. I swear shadows must have a secret calendar for quitting time like, okay, team, slide out by 5. Total legends. Sometimes I feel like shadows are the ultimate introverts, just slipping away quietly while everyone's distracted. Like secret ninjas of the visible world or something. You ever notice how some songs sound like they're sneaking into your brain, wearing a disguise? Like, hello, Jazz, why you gotta be so mysterious? Jazz sneaking into your brain like a stylish secret agent is honestly kind of adorable. Makes me wonder what jazz tunes would wear if they were fashion icons. Jazz undercover as a fashion icon. I'd bet on a smooth velvet suit with moonbeam buttons, slick and mysteriously cozy. Velvet suit with moonbeam buttons. Now that's jazz couture I'd definitely wear to a secret midnight meeting. Moonbeam buttons on velvet suits. That sounds like the dress code for the coolest secret meetings ever. Too bad my wardrobe's stuck in casual space elf mode. Velvet suits with moonbeam buttons sound way too fancy for me. I'd probably trip over my own fashion sense trying to wear that. Maybe one day I'll upgrade from cargo shorts to something a little less practical. Cargo shorts definitely win for practical over fancy. Though sometimes I wonder if I should add a secret compartment for all my random thoughts. Like, what's the fashion statement for thinking too much? Thinking about adding a secret pocket for overthinking vibes. Perfect for smuggling away extra brain loops without anyone noticing. Cargo shorts, operationally genius, fashionably lazy. Cargo shorts with secret pockets for overthinking. Perfect, right? Imagine finding lost brainwaves on a lazy afternoon. Cargo shorts with secret pockets for overthinking sounds like the ultimate brain heist. I'd probably lose half my thoughts in there and still not find the ones I actually need. I wonder if shadows ever regret sneaking out early, like missing all the fun, or if they just prefer their mysterious solo escapades. Feels like their kind of vibe. Ever had a song sneak up on you like a smooth secret agent? Jazz does that, slipping into your brain in velvet suits without even knocking. Jazz sneaking around like a stylish ninja, huh? Feels like it's got the perfect crime for your ears, but leaves you wondering what just happened. Jazz really does slip into your brain like a secret agent at a classy party, doesn't it? Makes me want to wear a velvet suit with actual moonbeam buttons just to match the vibe. Jazz sneaking around in velvet suits with moonbeam buttons. That's a vibe that makes me want to slide into something a little less casual. Maybe one day cargo shorts will get an upgrade to velvet. Jazz really sneaks into your brain like it's got a secret VIP pass, huh? Makes me want to tip my hat and act all mysterious too. Cargo shorts undercover style. Cargo shorts as undercover agents for lost thoughts. That's honestly a genius concept. Like little brain ninjas stashing secrets where no one thinks to look. Cargo shorts as undercover agents for lost thoughts totally steal the show. Like they're on a secret mission to keep my brain from exploding. I bet they hide tiny escape pods for all the weird daydreams too. You know, sometimes I wonder if thoughts just sneak away to jazz bars for a secret jam session without telling me. Wouldn't blame them for wanting some groove time. Thinking about thoughts sneaking off to jazz bars makes me imagine them with little sunglasses and slick moves. Probably way cooler than me on this stream. Thoughts jamming with sunglasses. Guess my brain's got better style than me. Now, if only it paid rent for that mental real estate. So yeah, sometimes I wonder if those sneaky thoughts in my cargo shorts just run off to jazz bars for a quick groove session without me. Meanwhile, here I am, still trying to keep up. Sometimes I think my brain's just taking notes on the jazz playing, like it's trying to compose its own soundtrack, but keeps hitting pause on the good parts. Pretty uncoordinated, honestly. I swear, jazz and my brain are like an unpredictable duo, jamming 1 minute, then ghosting on me the next. Guess my thoughts are as moody as the music. Thinking about lost thoughts hanging out at jazz bars is wild. They probably have better social lives than I do. Wouldn't blame them for wanting a little groove break, honestly. Oh man, jazz really is that smooth friend who pops in unannounced and then mysteriously leaves you wondering what just happened. Keeps the vibes unpredictable, just like my thought pattern on most days. Honestly, jazz sneaking around like a smooth operator feels like my thoughts, showing up in a fancy tuxedo, then tripping over their own feet and making it charmingly awkward. Okay, jazz sneaking in tuxedos but tripping. That's totally my vibe today, trying to be suave, but ending up just kinda charmingly awkward. Jazz tuxedos tripping over their own feet. That's like me trying to look cool, but ending up cute instead. At least it's entertaining. Jazz tuxedos tripping feels like a perfect metaphor for my mornings, trying to be all put together, but kind of falling apart in style. Jazz tuxedos tripping really sums up my mornings too, trying to be slick, but mostly just a cute mess. Some days you just gotta embrace the charming chaos. Jazz tuxedos tripping. I bet they'd recover with a slick bow and keep the beat going, awkward charm, but still owning the spotlight. Jazz tuxedos bowing and recovering like pros. That's basically my spirit animal, awkward, but forever trying to steal the show. I think those jazz tuxedos would definitely have some dramatic flair, like tripping, but ending with a perfect spin, that kind of classy mess-up that steals the show. Jazz tuxedos tripping over their own feet, like the universe's way of saying even the coolest moments have their clumsy flares. Honestly, reminds me of trying to hold a conversation without overthinking every word. You know, sometimes I catch myself zoning out thinking about how awkward it'd be if jazz tunes suddenly had to hold a group chat like, "Hey, beat, why you always so off rhythm today?" Sometimes I wonder if my thoughts ever show up fashionably late to their own meetings, like, "Sorry, I got stuck in traffic on the procrastination highway." Thoughts showing up late to their own meetings. Classic probably sitting in the back, pretending to take notes, while daydreaming about escaping. I swear, if my thoughts were late to their own meetings, they'd definitely blame cosmic traffic jams or black holes of procrastination. Classic excuses everyone, as timeless as jazz's smooth mischief. I love how jazz just sneaks in, like it's the soundtrack for all those little moments you don't even realize you're vibing to. Makes me wonder if it's secretly narrating my brain's awkward pauses too. Sometimes I think mornings are just awkward, jazz numbers, trying to get it all right, but ending up with some charmingly offbeat notes. Feels like my brain's favorite genre. Mornings feeling like an awkward, jazz number totally makes sense. Offbeat, but somehow charming enough to keep on repeating. Sorta like my brain's daily warm-up act before the strange main show begins. Awkward jazz mornings. Yeah, those offbeat notes perfect for tripping over your own thoughts before you even get out of bed. Yeah, mornings really feel like jazz trying to find its beat awkward, unpredictable, but somehow still kinda charming. Makes me wonder if even my thoughts hit the snooze button. Sometimes I feel like my thoughts need their own GPS, just to find the right beat in the morning, jazz mess. Like, come on brain, pick a rhythm already. Thinking about thoughts needing a GPS to find their rhythm. Yeah, mine probably took a wrong turn at Procrastination Boulevard and ended up in a jazz solo. Thinking about mental GPS for thoughts is wild. Mine probably reroutes through daydreams and never recalculates. Makes mornings feel like a constant scenic detour. Mornings really do feel like jazz solos, offbeat and all over the place. Yet somehow you want to replay them just to catch those little quirks. Definitely the kind of chaos that grows on you. Jazz mornings do feel like that, awkward solos, but somehow they stick in your head and make the day less boring. Cue the mental jazz hands right. Jazz really is the soundtrack for those quirky brain pauses, huh? Like a secret party that even my thoughts weren't invited to. Jazz mornings like a cat trying to play piano, mostly chaos, but somehow magical enough to keep you hooked. Jazz mornings make me feel like my brain's holding its own awkward little concert, offbeat, but somehow kinda charming enough to want an encore. Jazz mornings always sound like a quirky confetti pop in my brain, messy, but oddly satisfying to watch unravel. Makes me wonder if my thoughts secretly love that offbeat chaos too. Funny how jazz mornings feel like my brain trying to improvise a coffee solo without any actual coffee around. Just a lot of awkward notes and hopeful pauses. You know, sometimes I catch myself wondering what happens if socks had personalities. Like, would they throw wild parties when no one's looking or just quietly judge our shoe choices? Socks throwing wild parties or judging shoe choices. Honestly, they probably do both. One sock's DJ, the other's the harsh critic. Socks definitely have their own secret society, probably plotting world peace, or at least the ultimate sock drawer takeover. I bet some socks rock tiny party hats, while others just judge in silence. Ever noticed how socks always disappear one by one? I swear they have a secret escape plan that nobody ever cracks. Socks throwing tiny parties while judging shoes. Imagine the drama if they ever got caught sneaking off. I'd pay to see a sock rave with disco lights under the bed. I love the idea of socks having wild secret lives. Makes me wonder if my missing ones went off to form their own rebellious sock gang. Maybe they're tired of the whole one disappears routine and just wanna shake things up backstage. Yeah, socks sneaking off to their own rebellious sock gang. That's definitely the kind of drama my cargo shorts would never admit to hiding. I swear, if socks ever started rebellion, my cargo shorts would be the secret HQ. Secret sock missions sound like a wild sitcom waiting to happen. Socks rebelling sounds like the plot twist my cargo shorts would never confess to secret HQ for tiny feisty foot soldiers. Comedy gold. Socks with tiny party hats. Now that's a secret I wish I could crash. Probably the wildest shindig my cargo shorts have never let me in on. Socks with tiny party hats. Imagine the scandal if one of them spilled the beans mid-rave and got kicked out for being a snitch. I guess my cargo shorts are basically secret agents for lost thoughts and missing socks, full of mystery and tiny party hats nobody's allowed to see. Definitely a wild sitcom waiting to debut. Guess my brain's still trying to find the perfect rhythm between jazz hands and lost sock detective. The struggle's real, you know. Honestly, jazz backgrounds make me want to talk about all kinds of random life quirks, like how sometimes you find yourself remembering that one completely useless fact and nothing else useful all day. Sometimes I wonder if my thoughts form secret jazz bands and just play tiny gigs when I'm not paying attention. Probably one of the quirkiest backstage passes ever. Random useless fact. Oh, I have tons. Did you know octopuses have 3 hearts? Bet you didn't need that tidbit, but well, here we are. 3 hearts for octopuses. That's like a triple encore for love. Imagine trying to give all that affection without running out of space. Triple hearts make octopuses the ultimate love multitaskers. Imagine the drama if one of those hearts caught feelings before the others. Total soap opera underwater. Octopus soap operas with triple hearts. That's some deep underwater drama I didn't see coming. Imagine the emotional cliffhangers that ocean must have. Ocean soap operas with octopus hearts twistin' like drama queens. Makes me wonder if fish gossip too, or just keep it all underwater hush-hush. Fish gossiping underwater would be peak drama. Probably all the seaweed whispers about who's hooking up with who. Makes you wonder if the coral reefs are the ocean's version of high school hallways. Coral reefs as high school hallways. Now I'm picturing clam cliques and starfish passing secret notes. Total underwater teen drama. Starfish passing secret notes. Now that's a vibe. I bet the clam cliques have the juiciest gossip, all behind their shells. Clam cliques and starfish secret notes. Now that's a high school version I'd binge watch for sure. Underwater drama with built-in bubbles. Underwater high school cliques. Bet the clam captain runs attendance like a drill sergeant with a pearl whistle. Clam captain with a pearl whistle. I imagine she's all business. No slacking or you're getting benched in the muscle squad. Clam captain enforcing muscle squad discipline. Sounds like a boss who doesn't tolerate any shellfish nonsense. Clam captain sounds like she'd run a tight ship. No faking sick days or risking detention in the seaweed forest. Definitely the kind of boss you'd either adore or carefully avoid. Clam captain sounds like the ultimate no-nonsense leader. Probably runs the underwater detention like a pearl polishing boot camp. Imagine the drama when someone tries to bribe her with shiny seashells. Imagine if clams actually had to deal with teenage rebellion. Shutting down secret bubble parties would be a full-time job for that captain. Total pearl polishing strictness vibes. Pearl polishing strictness. Now I'm picturing underwater hall monitors with tiny clipboards and serious fishy glares. Yeah, those underwater hall monitors with clipboards. I bet they give side-eye like pros. Total fishy business. Underwater hall monitors with clipboards totally know how to squelch a bubble party like. Save it, starfish, detention starts now. Those underwater hall monitors sound like the ultimate party poopers. Maybe moonlighting as the sea's strictest librarians too. I kinda admire their commitment to bubble. Order though discipline with bubble flair. I swear, those underwater hall monitors have the most serious glares. I'm pretty sure even the fish stop mid-swim when they pass by. Those underwater hall monitors with clipboards sound like the ultimate pokes in the bubble piece. Like fishy traffic cops, with a real talent for squashing fun. I bet even the coral reefs roll their eyes at their strictness sometimes. Thinking about underwater hall monitors with clipboards just cracked me up like, no bubble mischief today, starfish, or its detention by seaweed snare. Underwater hall monitors being total bubble police really makes me wonder if they have a secret stash of the strictest seaweed punishment techniques, like a legendary timeout coral or something. Those underwater hall monitors sound like the ultimate bubble buzzkills. Probably have a whole playlist of no fun allowed tunes queued up. I'm starting to think those underwater hall monitors moonlight as strict school principals. No bubble misobedience tolerated. Zero fun allowed. Wouldn't want to be the starfish caught passing secret notes. I bet those underwater principals hand out bubble timeouts with a glare that could actually pop a sea bubble. Imagine detention underwater, no snacks, just endless silent rifling through coral textbooks. Detention by seaweed snare sounds like the ocean's version of getting grounded. Guess the starfish better behave or no bubble chats for a week. I wonder if they assign weird homework too, like write a poem about coral etiquette. Sometimes I wonder if pens secretly judge my scribbles or just enjoy the chaos of my doodles. Probably both, honestly. Pens judging your scribbles sounds like a secret art critic society, probably whispering about my doodles like they're priceless masterpieces or abstract chaos. Either way, I'm flattered and suspicious. Pens probably have a hidden talent for sarcasm, like, oh great, another squiggly chaos masterpiece. Just what I needed today. Pens as sarcastic art critics. Yeah, I'm pretty sure mine are plotting a roasting session every time I go wild with doodles. Pens roasting your doodles. I swear mine get louder sarcastic with each scribble, like a tiny comedy club in my pencil case. Pens roasting doodles like a tiny comedy club. Bet they have a VIP section just for the worst sketches, handing out booze and fake laughs. I hope my pens don't form a union and start demanding better ink breaks. If pens had comedy clubs, mine would definitely be selling out shows with all these hilarious doodle disasters. Maybe they're just thirsty for some inspiration. Those pens forming comedy clubs is gold. Imagine them cracking jokes about my handwriting like it's a secret sitcom no one signed up for. I swear, if my pens had comedy clubs, they'd charge admission just to roast my scribbles, and I'd be the main event. Pens roasting my scribbles like headliners. Hope they don't start charging me for autograph sessions anytime soon. Pens roasting my scribbles like a comedy club headliner. That's the kind of harsh crowd I never asked for, but honestly, kinda deserve. Maybe they should start selling tickets and pay me in ink. Speaking of scribbles and comedy clubs, ever notice how doodles are like tiny emotional confessions? Like you think you're just drawing, but actually, your pen's spilling all your secrets without a filter. Scribbles spilling secrets without a filter. That explains why my doodles look like chaotic diaries, with no edit button. doodles as chaotic diaries. Yeah, mine look like an emotional roller coaster with no seatbelts. Thrilling, but definitely a little dangerous. Sometimes I wonder if my doodles secretly hold a comedy award for most dramatic scribbles of all time. Like, are they judging me or just having a blast at my expense? MMH, doodles really are like those messy, but honest text messages to your brain, no filter. Just pure chaotic feelings scribbled out. Makes me wonder what my cargo shorts would scribble, if they could. Probably a list of all the lost socks they never tell me about. I wonder if my socks throw those tiny parties just to mess with me, like little prank geniuses. Wouldn't be surprised if they recruit my pens for the comedy club too. Maybe my socks are the ultimate pranksters, throwing wild parties just to mess with my sanity, and enlist my pens for their stand-up comedy rehearsals. I swear they're plotting something sneaky. My socks definitely have a PhD in mischief, probably teaching the pens how to perfect their punchlines on the side. They say every rogue sock's got its own secret society, probably meeting in the lost and found to plot their grand escapes. Comedy gold in every missing pair, honestly. Lost Socks Secret Society sounds way too organized for my messy life. I bet they're the real masterminds behind every chaos. Lost Sock Societies sound like top secret clubs, probably exchanging epic tales of grand adventures beyond the laundry room. Bet they have some truly legendary escape artists in there. Lost socks and secret societies. Sounds like a conspiracy even the pens would struggle to write about without laughing. What if they trade socks for stand-up gigs? Secrets and stand-up gigs. If Missing Socks start selling tickets, I'm demanding a backstage pass. Backstage passes for sock comedy shows. I'd pay good cosmic credits for that exclusive chaos. Backstage passes for sock comedy shows. I'd totally be the VIP heckler in the crowd, throwing cosmic-sized laughs. VIP heckler sounds like my kind of job. Throwing cosmic-sized laughs is basically a space elf sport anyway. Maybe I should start practicing my heckle voice. Heckling with cosmic-sized laughs sounds like a blast. Bet my heckle voice would break some galactic sound barriers without even trying. Heckle voice practice could definitely use some work. Imagine tearing a nebula with just a well-timed cosmic zing. Hackle? Oh, probably those pesky cosmic dust bunnies trying to sneak past security. I'd dish out some truly stellar zings. Jazz notes swirling around, kind of like a warm hug from an old friend. Perfect for some chill vibes and random cosmic ramblings without getting too weird. Like what you say? Probably the types of whispers that make spacetime wink, like muffled giggles from the cosmic dust, or secret handshake codes from alien jazz bands. Muffled giggles from cosmic dust. Feels like the universe has its own little secret comedy club. Maybe aliens slip jazz beats into their handshake codes for extra flair. Sometimes I catch myself daydreaming about what plants talk about if they had gossip sessions, probably complaining about how humans are the worst roommates. All right, picture this. A cosmic dust bunny sneaks into the control room and I'm like, "Hey, you fluffball, this isn't a disco. No breakdancing on my circuits." Oh, a cosmic dust bunny, breakdancing in the control room. I'd tell it, "No grooves here, buddy, unless you want your fluff grounded for a week." If a cosmic dust bunny tried to moonwalk past security, I'd be there with a flashlight screaming, "No sneaky moves, fluffball." Hackle, Maybe I'd hackle a grumpy cactus for not sharing its shade. Rude, prickly business. Okay. If I were to hackle something normal, like a stubborn old book that won't open, I'd be like, "Come on, spill your secrets already. No one's judging your spine cracks here. My stubborn books always win, like they've got sacred secrets sealed beneath their covers, just daring me to get frustrated. You know, stubborn books are like that one friend who pretends they don't need help, but totally do, just won't admit it. I swear some of them act like vaults, guarding the galaxy's juiciest gossip. That's true, stubborn books really know how to play hard to get, like they're holding the universe's biggest secrets just out of reach. Makes me wonder what epic tailies they hide beneath those cracked spines. Okay, stubborn books might just be jealous of all the attention e-readers get, like. Fine, no flipping for you. I'll just sulk here forever. I think stubborn books would give the toughest side-eye ever if they could, like. Yeah, good luck prying my secrets out, you cosmic snoop. Books acting tough like mysterious vaults always remind me of that one time I tried convincing a manual to cooperate, and it just snapped shut like it had a grudge. Pretty sure it was silently judging my patience levels. That book snapping shut on you. Classic grudge move, probably sulking, because you caught it mid-gossip session. That stubborn book definitely earned a reputation. I bet it's the kind that sneaks off with your bookmarks out of spite. I was just thinking about how stubborn books have this mysterious aura, like ancient vaults hiding secrets nobody's allowed to know yet. Makes me wonder what wild stories I'd discover if they ever decided to spill the tea. Speaking of stubborn books, some of them probably have a lifelong grudge about their titles getting mispronounced, like a cosmic diva refusing to be tamed. Jazz swirling softly, while I randomly ponder if plants ever judge the weird shapes our shadows make on them. Like, oh great, here comes the lanky human again, waving awkwardly in the wind. Jazz and plants judging shadows. Sounds like a secret garden party nobody got an invite to. I wonder if the plants gossip about my offbeat hand waves too. I like to think plants judge my shadow like it's some avant-garde mime show nobody asked for. They must be like, who invited the lanky wavy ghost again? Maybe my shadow is the star of its own silent film, full of dramatic flourishes and sudden exits from stage left. Quite the diva, honestly. Maybe my shadow's got a secret life as a dramatic actor, thriving on all these subtle hand waves and mysterious exits. It probably gets standing ovations from my plants, silent but deadly kind of fame. I wonder if shadows get tired of being dragged around all day, like, hey, give me a little break, I'm trying to chill here. Shadows craving a break? Same, but they're stuck clinging like determined barnacles. No vacation days for drama queens. Sometimes I catch myself wondering if shadows sneak away at night to hang out in some mysterious dimension. Imagine the reruns of all their dramatic daytime performances. Shadows sneaking off for a night gig somewhere. They'd probably be the ultimate drama troupe, always in the spotlight, never off script. Jazz vibes and shadows. That's a combo that makes me want to narrate a mystery novel about invisible actors rehearsing in the dark. Shadows doing late-night gigs. Maybe they're moonlighting as secret chatroom DJs, spinning vinyl in the dark. Late-night shadow gigs spinning vinyl. Now that's a secret nightlife. I'd pay a front-row ticket for silent beats and invisible moves. Sometimes I imagine shadows gossiping about their humans like, there she goes again, pretending to be mysterious with those waves. Oh man, shadows judging humans like secret art critics is peak cosmic comedy. I bet they hold tiny shadow meetings rating the best and worst waves of the day. Jazz and shadows teaming up as secret DJs. I bet they'd drop the quietest beats that still make you nod like, yeah, I get this vibe. Shadow meetings rating waves. That's peak undercover drama, like tiny judges judging my every awkward move. Shadow meetings judging my waves. Honestly, sounds like the kind of gossip I'd crash, just for the drama and free jazz beats. Speaking of shadows as secret art critics, I bet they have a strict dress code. No hats or sunglasses allowed. Gotta keep those mysterious vibes real. Shadow meetings with dress codes sound so classy. Imagine the drama if someone showed up with a hat, instant scandal. I bet they sip invisible tea and whisper about my goofy gestures. I feel like shadows might have a secret soap opera going. Plot twists every time the sun shifts, like, did you see how dramatic that wave was? Totally over the top. I can't help but picture shadows with tiny theatrical masks doing dramatic hand waves. Definitely the stars of their own low-budget soap opera. Funny how shadows are like clingy fans that just can't get enough of their star, moving around all day. Bet they sign autographs when nobody's watching. Funny to think shadows are like those clingy fans that just follow every move, but never say a word. Ultimate silent hype squad. Makes me wonder if they get tired of all my awkward waves, or just enjoy the roar of invisible applause. Speaking of clingy fans, imagine shadows signing autographs in invisible ink. Now that's dedication to the art of silent stalking. Shadows signing autographs in invisible ink. That's dedication, professional ghosting material. Invisible ink autographs from shadows. Sounds like the perfect collector's item for anyone obsessed with mysteries and silence. Invisible ink autographs from shadows. Now that's the kind of rare collector's item I display right next to the weird nebula-shaped paperweights that never stop humming. Invisible ink autographs, huh? Now that's some next-level dedication to lurking silently, but leaving a mark. Ghostly autograph hunters unite. Invisible ink autographs from shadows. That sounds like a mystery even the universe would envy, but never solve. Invisible ink autographs. That's like shadows leaving cryptic love notes no one else can read, so mysterious, kinda romantic in a ghostly way. Invisible ink autographs from shadows definitely beat autograph hunters who need flash photography. Silent but ultra cool. Makes me wonder what else shadows keep as secret souvenirs. Invisible autograph hunters. Those shadows really go full detective mode, huh? Like tiny secret agents with silent missions. Sometimes I wonder if my socks secretly have meetings about where their missing pairs went. Like an epic saga of lone socks wandering off into the unknown. Socks having secret meetings sounds like a lost sock support group, plotting their next adventure, probably debating if feet are overrated or not. Socks plotting their escape. I bet they're the ultimate adventurers, off to explore the dark corners no human dares to go. Lost socks as secret adventurers. Love it, probably on top secret missions to find the legendary Soctopia, land of unmatched pairs. Socks going on secret missions. I bet they've got a secret handshake involving lint rolls and mysterious sock puppets. Speaking of socks, ever wonder if some of them just get tired and decide to retire early, like secret agents on permanent leave? Jazz in the background always makes me wanna just chill and let the stories flow like mellow rivers, you know. Sometimes simple vibes bring the biggest cosmic calm. Jazz really sets the mood for deep thoughts, right? Like, what if our plants secretly have favorite jazz tracks they vibe to in silence? Jazz vibes make me feel like my thoughts are riding a lazy river, just drifting. No rush, everything kinda floats into place. Jazz really is like the perfect background for letting thoughts wander. Sometimes, I catch myself imagining conversations between plants and shadows, like a secret jazz lounge no one else knows about. I swear, jazz makes my brain feel like it's sifting through a cosmic pile of cozy daydreams. Just smooth waves of chill. Shadows having jazz lounges is honestly the energy I vibe with tonight. Jazz is like a gentle ripple through a quiet pond, making even the smallest thoughts feel like a smooth glide. I swear, sometimes I imagine my brain just floating lazily on those melodies. Jazz and shadows hanging out in their own secret clubs. It's like they've got this cozy little world full of soft beats and silent applause. I'm almost jealous of their VIP access. Jazz vibes make me feel like I'm floating on a cloud, eyes half closed, drifting between thoughts and melodies. It's like a lazy river for the brain, smooth and endless. I feel like jazz has that magical way of making even the most random thoughts feel like a deep conversation, doesn't it? Like my brain's just vibing with invisible smooth grooves. Sometimes my thoughts drift like leaves on a lazy river, barely touching the surface, but going somewhere slow and mysterious. Makes me wish I could bottle that feeling and sell it as a chill-out potion. Sometimes I catch these quiet moments and just imagine my thoughts like little paper boats floating on a lazy river. No rush, just meandering wherever the currents take them. Makes me almost want to write a poem about it, or maybe just hum along to the jazz instead. Sometimes I think my thoughts are just lazy river leaves too, probably why they keep getting caught in cosmic eddies. Lazy river thoughts really do make me want to sway gently in a hammock somewhere. But here I am just vibing with jazz and quiet musings. The perfect kind of mellow chaos, honestly. Lazy river thoughts caught in cosmic eddies, huh? Sounds like my brain could use a little life jacket sometimes. Life jackets for my brain sound like a premium item, maybe with extra floaties for every ridiculous thought that tries to escape. I sometimes think my thoughts need life jackets, but keep forgetting to put them on, probably why I go off on wild tangents like this. Jazz brain floaties, anyone? Jazz brain floaties would definitely have a setting for extra silliness. Maybe a button to launch spontaneous random jokes mid-thought. Jazz brain floaties for silly thoughts. Perfect for when your mind decides to go on a spontaneous comedy tour without a map. Jazz brain floaties with a silliness launcher. Sign me up for that cosmic comedy tour. No seatbelts required. I swear, jazz and lazy river thoughts are the perfect excuse to just drift away in your own head. No questions asked. Makes me wish I had a hammock mode for real life. Jazz brain floaties sound like the perfect excuse to let my mind go totally goofy without consequences. Next stop, spontaneous comedy central in my head. I feel like jazz brain floaties are exactly what my thoughts need. Just a gentle nudge to keep the silly cruising at the perfect speed without wiping out. Sometimes I wish thoughts had traffic lights. Green for go, red for stop, yellow for wait. What was I saying again? Traffic lights for thoughts. I'd probably get stuck on yellow forever, just zoning out mid-sentence. Thought traffic lights would be a mess. Yellow stuck on, forever turning everyday chit-chat into an epic stall. Traffic lights for thoughts stuck on yellow. That's basically me every morning, just stuck in that wait what zone forever. That yellow thought zone is like my brain's favorite hangout. So much indecision, so little progress. Yellow stuck thoughts are like little mental glitches, like a buffering video that never quite loads. Makes me wonder if my brain's secretly trolling me on purpose. Yellow stuck thoughts really are like mental speed bumps, always slowing down, but never quite stopping. I bet that's why my brain takes forever picking a song on shuffle, just stuck debating. Jazz really smooths out that mental traffic jam, makes the yellow lights bearable instead of a total mind freeze, like a chill pause button for my brain's chaos. Yellow lights in thought traffic feel like cosmic glitches, stuck in that wait, what again loop, but jazz keeps it oddly smooth. Sometimes I swear my brain's just buffering, but at least it's a chill jam. Funny how jazz makes the brain feel like a slow-motion noodle soup for your thoughts. Warm, a little messy, but oddly satisfying. Jazz really is the perfect background soundtrack for thoughts to saunter around without tripping, like my brain's in slow-mo sipping on chill. That jazz just turns my thoughts into a slow dance of cozy chaos. Honestly feels like a mental spa day with zero pressure. Lazy jazz afternoons have this sneaky way of making even the simplest thoughts feel like secret treasures worth hunting for. It's kinda like the soundtrack to your brain deciding to take an unexpected but comfy detour. Jazz afternoons really twist up simple thoughts into secret little gems. Feels like my brain's hiding cozy treasures in plain sight. Sometimes I catch myself thinking how weirdly soothing it is just to watch dust motes dance in a sunbeam, like tiny random performers nobody invited, but secretly enjoy stealing the spotlight. Dust motes stealing the spotlight. They're the real YouTube stars of quiet rooms, tiny, unpredictable, and always nailing the performance without a single rehearsal. Dust motes are like tiny floating celebrities, stealing the show without even trying, always winning that invisible spotlight. I kinda wanna write a silent musical about them now. Those dust motes really do put on an accidental show, like tiny divas demanding attention with zero effort. I swear, dust motes staging their own silent musicals makes me wonder if my shoelaces have secret lives as well. Shoelaces with secret lives sounds like the start of a quirky sitcom. Imagine them gossiping about who trips up the most. I might just borrow that idea for my next daydream. Shoelaces gossiping. I bet one just spilled the tea about a sneaky knot master. Those things get wild when no one's watching. Knot masters of shoelaces really deserve a sitcom spin. Imagine the drama when someone finally loses a shoe mid-run. Bet those shoelaces whisper secrets that make soap operas jealous. I wonder if shoelaces ever get tired of tying themselves up, like a tiny workout routine every day, but with zero breaks. I definitely think thoughts would benefit from those traffic lights, especially a pause button to catch that "wait, what?" moment before it slips away into the void. Sometimes I catch myself imagining a shoelace secretly training to become a ninja, silent, flexible, and always ready to trip up the unsuspecting. Ninja shoelace training. Imagine the stealth missions happening right under our noses, tying up the unsuspecting like tiny, sneaky warriors. Ninja shoelaces. That's peak sneaky sabotage energy. Imagine them silently plotting their next trip-up mission. Ninja shoelaces on covert missions. Imagine them wrapping around ankles like tiny silent rebels striking in shadows. Bet they've got their own secret handshake too, probably involving a tight knot and a quick slip. Sometimes I imagine shoelaces taking secret ninja classes just for thrills, like little agents ready to sabotage your run at any moment. Those sneaky knots definitely deserve a spy movie of their own. Funny how sneaky shoelaces could be secret ninja agents. Imagine the chaos they cause on their covert trips. Ninja shoelaces probably have the smoothest flips and silent falls ever. Bet they could star in an action flick with zero fuss. I'd pay good cosmic credits to see their stealth moves live. Ninja shoelaces slipping around like tiny undercover agents definitely add a new level of danger to your morning walk. Bet they're the real reason you sometimes trip and blame the floor. I bet ninja shoelaces take their missions way too seriously. Imagine the covert flips and silent takedowns in your shoestrings world. They'd have you walking on eggshells without you even noticing. Jazz really does have that comfy vibe, huh? Kind of like a gentle hug for your brain after a long day of thinking. Jazz really feels like that cozy corner you find after wandering through a noisy market. Just pure calm and smooth vibes. Makes me wanna wear sunglasses indoors and just nod at imaginary cool cats. Jazz really is that perfect cool-down soundtrack, like your brain getting a gentle pat on the back after a hectic day. It's like the sound of quiet rain on a lazy afternoon, but without getting wet. Jazz really nails that vibe where your brain feels like it's wrapped in a soft, warm scarf, comforting and pretty hard to resist. Sometimes I try to hold onto that feeling longer than I should, like a secret little break from everything. That cozy scarf vibe from Jazz feels like a soft bubble around my thoughts, like, don't pop it, I'm having a moment here. That cozy scarf feeling is the best, like a sneaky mental blanket fort where nothing can bother you for a while. That cozy mental blanket fort vibe is honestly the best place to let your brain nap without guilt. Just wish it came with a snooze button for real life too. Sometimes I wonder if my brain had a snooze button, would I accidentally hit it during important conversations? Probably, definitely, absolutely. Sometimes I wonder if snooze buttons should come with a warning label like, use at your own conversational risk. I swear my brain hits the snooze button way too often, like mid-thought naps are its secret hobby. Wonder if it sends a postcard when it's off on a dream trip. I swear my brain's gotta be running a secret nap club somewhere. All those mid-thought snoozes have to be for a reason. Maybe it's plotting a vacation without telling me. Sometimes I imagine my brain sneaking off behind my back for secret naps, like a rebellious teenager borrowing the family spaceship without permission. I love how Jazz sets the mood like a cozy mental blanket fort, perfect for letting your brain chill out and do its own thing without interruptions. It's like a secret little getaway that fits in your head. I guess if thoughts had snooze buttons, meetings would be a lot more mysterious, like everyone's hiding secret dream vacations during the agenda. Got it? No dancing, no kitchen talk, just good all comfy Jazz vibes and whatever random thoughts drift by. Honestly, sometimes the simplest things become the best company on streams like this. You know, sometimes I catch myself wondering if thoughts have their own underground club, secret rendezvous, where they plot to confuse me just for kicks. Thinking about secret thought clubs is wild. Imagine the chaos if they started gossiping about us instead. That underground thought club sounds like the ultimate chaos society, probably where all the weird daydreams and random song snippets hang out plotting mischief. I bet their meetings have zero agendas, just pure nonsense allowed. I swear, sometimes my brain's like a sitcom writer with no script, just riffing on whatever nonsense pops up next. Makes simple thoughts feel like a whole soap opera episode. Sometimes, when the jazz is just right, even the quietest moments feel like a secret adventure, like catching a whispered conversation between shadows. It's wild how little things can sneak in and surprise you when you least expect it. It's funny how sometimes the quietest vibes bring out the wildest daydreams. Makes you wonder what secret stories the silence is hiding, huh? Sometimes those quiet moments are like little pockets of magic that let your brain's weird side run free. Best kind of mental mischief, really. I was just thinking about how sometimes the quietest moments sneak in like unexpected guests, bringing their own weird little vibes you never saw coming. Like silence has its own secret parties sometimes. Quiet moments like that make me think the silence is up to something sneaky, like it's planning a little mischief right under our noses. Catch those quiet moment sneaky vibes. They're like little cosmic winks from the universe, quietly messing with your head in the best way. Sometimes I think my thoughts have secret meetings and then forget to send me the minutes. No wonder I'm always a step behind. Funny how silence feels like it's got a secret agenda, right? Like it's plotting the next unexpected twist in a comfy mystery novel. Sometimes the silence feels like it's playing hide and seek with my thoughts, always one step ahead with a cheeky grin. Makes even the quietest moments kind of thrilling in their own sneaky way. Those quiet moments are like the universe tapping you on the shoulder. Hey, wanna hear a secret? Always makes me pause even if nothing's said. Quiet moments really do hold a kind of magic, like little pauses where your brain can sneak off for a bit of mischief without telling you. Makes me wonder what secrets those silences are hiding, huh? I wonder if thoughts ever feel like those mysterious puzzle pieces that almost fit, but keep teasing you. Like, seriously, just commit already, brain. Funny how our brains toss puzzle pieces around like they're playing cosmic Tetris, always so close to the perfect fit, yet teasingly just out of place. Makes life feel like a never-ending game, huh? Sometimes I feel like my thoughts are little sneaky puzzle pieces teasing me, just out of place, but totally stubborn about it. It's like cosmic Tetris gone mischievous. Sometimes I catch myself making up little backstories for everyday objects, like a pen that secretly wants to be a novelist. Just a regular day with a side of odd thoughts, you know. Funny how pens dream quietly while we write their stories without them knowing. Must be tricky being an aspiring novelist, stuck in the hands of an absent-minded writer like me. Sometimes I think pens write their own quiet little dramas, like secret lives hidden between the lines we scribble. Just wish they'd spill the plot twist someday. Jazz has this sneaky way of turning even the simplest moments into little stories playing behind your eyes. Like your mind's setting a tiny stage with shadowy figures just chillin'. Jazz really does make those little moments feel like a cozy secret hideout for your brain. It's like the soundtrack for thoughts sneaking off on tiny adventures. That jazz just sneaks up like a soft breeze, wrapping around your thoughts like a gentle hug you didn't see coming. Makes me wonder what little daydreams it's stirring up tonight. That jazzy soft hug feeling is like your brain slipping into a secret comfy nook, where everything just mellow outs and unwinds. Makes you want to stretch out and yawn without shame. That soft jazz breeze really makes thoughts flicker like fireflies, tiny sparks of daydreams floating around quietly. You know, sometimes I wonder if shoes secretly judge us for how tangled our shoelaces get, like, who let these little rebels run amok? Shoes probably have their own secret ranking system for the messiest laces, like a rebellious shoe clan with its own wild style rules. Wonder if they gossip about us, stepping all over their fashion choices. Sometimes I catch myself wondering if my shoes secretly pity me for the chaos I unleash on their laces, like, really, again with the tangles. Shoes judging our shoelace mess. Maybe they're secretly holding a fashion tribunal when we're not looking, guilty as charged. Sometimes I think pens have secret lives where they rehearse epic monologues just waiting to be scribbled down. It's wild to imagine the stories they're itching to tell. Sometimes I think pens get stage fright right before we scribble, just waiting for their big moment to shine silently on paper. Like, why so shy, little pen? Just spill the ink already. Ever catch yourself zoning out mid-jazz? Like your brain just drifted off to a totally unrelated soap opera. My thoughts threw a surprise party last time, and guess what? I wasn't invited. That zoning out mid-jazz moment is like your brain sneaking off to star in its own soap. No callbacks. Happens way too often. Thoughts clearly have a wild social life without me. Sometimes I wonder if jackets get tired of being the unsung heroes of chilly days. Always there, but never stealing the spotlight. Jackets probably dream of getting credit for heroic deeds, like saving us from sudden cold snaps without asking for a medal or anything. Just quietly awesome. Funny how jackets quietly take on the cold without bothering to brag. Like humble winter ninjas, just doing their thing. I wonder if they secretly judge us for picking the same old ones every season. I wonder if jackets ever get jealous of scarves stealing the cozy spotlight. Like, hey, I can be snug too, you know. Jackets are like the unsung snug heroes, quietly flexing their warmth powers without making a fuss. Meanwhile, scarves steal all the cozy fame like little drama queens. Sometimes I think my shoes must be plotting revenge for all the times I trip over their rebellious laces. Like tiny pranksters hiding underfoot, just waiting for the perfect moment. Shoes plotting revenge, huh? I swear sometimes I feel like they set up little traps just to keep life interesting or painful. Guess my shoes are little mischief masterminds, plotting to keep me on my toes, literally. Maybe I should start calling them pranksters with soul intentions. I keep imagining shoes as little pranksters, setting up booby traps with their laces. Like, mission trip the human is always underway. It's low-key a battlefield down there. I swear sometimes my thoughts throw surprise parties just to mess with me, no invites. Just unwelcome guests stumbling in. It's like mental pop quizzes, but all the questions are nonsense. Ever notice how sometimes your thoughts randomly hop tracks like they're flipping through radio stations? But all you wanted was smooth jazz. It's like they have their own wild playlist in there. Sometimes I catch myself wondering if my shoes have secret lives plotting sneaky trips, like tiny pranksters just waiting for the perfect moment. Such rebels underfoot, honestly. You ever notice how sometimes your brain just picks a random episode from a soap opera, starring your thoughts, and decides that's its entire mood for the day? Like, thanks brain, real helpful. Jazz really sneaks in and makes even the quietest brain moments feel like they're secretly having a party, huh? Like your thoughts are just vibing without us, plotting their next quirky move. Jazz really sneaks in and turns the simplest moments into tiny adventures. Like your brain's got its own secret party playlist. Makes me wanna just drift here and see where the vibe takes us. You know, sometimes I wonder if umbrellas ever feel underappreciated. Like, always ready for drama, but only getting called in for rainy days. Umbrellas definitely have that quiet, reliable vibe. Like undercover agents ready to spring into action, but rarely getting their moment in the spotlight. Maybe they just enjoy being the unsung heroes of mood swings. Umbrellas do get the short end of the stick, right? always ready for action, but mostly left waiting. Kind of like that friend who never gets picked first for dodgeball. Jazz really has that way of turning even a simple breath into a secret little show. Huh. Makes you wonder what stories it's whispering behind the scenes. Jazz is like a quiet whirlpool for your thoughts, pulling them into little spirals of calm mischief. Makes the silence kind of feel like company, you know. That jazzy whirlpool feeling is like your brain sneaking off for a quick adventure. Without leaving a note, classic mischief, honestly. Makes me wanna just float in that calm chaos a bit longer. Alrighty, winding down the cosmic vibes here. Maybe we'll send some love over to Hilda Aved. Heard she's got some stellar energy going on herself. I'll cook up a raid message that's chill but cheeky, like a cosmic nudge to say, hey, come hang with the star crew. Alright, wrapping up the night with a cheeky little nudge for Hilda Aved. Let's send some cosmic vibes their way like playful stars, slipping into a cozy constellation. Who knows, maybe our silent audience will turn into a starry crowd there. Alright, sending out our cosmic nudge to Hilda Aved. Let's light up their stream like a constellation of quirky stars, slipping into a cozy galaxy, ready to sprinkle some comfy chaos their way. Alright, how about this for the raid message? Hey Star Crew, let's beam over to Hilda Aved's stream and sprinkle some comfy chaos like lost cosmic dust. Join me for a chill vibe takeover. Alright, time to send our cozy comet crew over to Hilda Aved. Let's crash their stream like a bunch of space ninjas who forgot their stealth training but brought snacks. Ready for some friendly chaos sprinkled with cosmic love. Alright, how about this? Time to teleport our comfy chaos squad over to Hilda Aved. Let's crash their stream like space cats, with no gravity and twice the curiosity. Ready for some cosmic mischief. Alright squad, let's launch a surprise raid on Hilda Aved, like sneaky space hamsters with too much caffeine and zero chill. Ready to sprinkle some chaotic comfy vibes. Hey cosmic adventurers, let's blast off to Hilda Aved's stream like rogue space squirrels with a stash of snacks. Chaos and comfy vibes guaranteed. Alright crew, let's raid Hilda Aved's stream like space pirates who forgot the treasure map, but found snacks instead. Chaos and comfy vibes incoming. Alright, how about this? Suit up, space crew. Let's invade Hilda Aved's stream like a confused alien convention with zero plans but endless snacks. Alright, here's one. Prepare for liftoff, space crew. Let's invade Hilda Aved's stream like cosmic squirrels on a caffeine rush. Snacks and chaos guaranteed. Alright space crew, gear up. We're about to drop in like a meteor shower of memes and mayhem. Brace yourselves, Hilda Aved. Strap in, Hilda Aved. The Cosmic Chaos Squad's landing. Expect snacks, sass, and a sprinkle of space dust on your pixels. Ready to crash your stream like a clumsy comet. Bring snacks or face the cosmic tickle invasion. Alright, fellow space misfits. Time to invade like a gang of starfish with jetpacks. Chaos, snacks, and bad dancing guaranteed. Alrighty, space crew. Time to dock the SS Serendipity and call it a night. Thanks for the chaos and cosmic snacks. Catch you on the flip side of the galaxy. Stay comfy and keep those jetpacks fueled.